Bro. There we go. Sup, ladies and gentlemen, Akalon here, and welcome back to each one of you. Of course, if you're watching this over on YouTube for the first time, please remember to hit the like button, but also click the link in the description down below, because, well, it's always better when it's live. Evans, how you doing, brother? And then Switzerland, how you doing, bro? Very happy to have everyone here. Welcome to another stream, to another quick session with Akalon in between fucking power outages. It's always nice. It's always cool, you know. Miracos, how you doing, brother? So we just got the news that South Africa have been upgraded to stage 6 from 2 p.m. today. So about 2 hours ago, 2.5 hours ago, they upgraded us to stage 6. Which is strange, because for the last 2 days prior, we had stage 6 from 6 o'clock in the evening, going until 12. Now they're doing it from 2 o'clock in the afternoon until 12, which suggests that there's been more breakdowns and even less electricity, because it's not peak. 2 o'clock in the afternoon, there's almost no power being used as compared to evening time. So there's probably a good chance that we're soon going to get stage 7, stage 8. Now, if we get stage 8, I'm fucked. Like, the amount of hours that we're going to be offline is going to be stupid. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But we do have a good 2-3 hours of streaming today. Miracos, not just a little F load shedding, a lot F load shedding. Yes. You know, this reminds me. So I've been looking into this company. Again, hold up. Let me just need to find their name quickly. Give me a moment. Danmo Gaming. How you doing, brother? I just want to see her because I sent a message to my brothers about this company. I just want to see. Versify Solar. Let's quickly check them out. Versify Solar. Here we go. So I've been looking into this company. If my internet loads. Jamili, how you doing? Does load shedding affect businesses and stuff as well? Yes, it affects the whole country. My country has literally been forced on its knees as a result of load shedding. Because, yeah, all businesses closed down or are affected. So a lot of businesses have generators that they run now in order to, you know, ensure that they can at least do business. But usually at reduced capacity, because it's not just the lights and the computers that have to stay on, right? You also have to include the extra cost for actually running those generators and keeping everything online. The internet usually slows down considerably during load shedding times when your area is load shed or being load shed, just because all of the cell towers are down, so they're all running on backup batteries, which means they're running at reduced capacities. So there's like a boatload of things that just do not work during load shedding. Oh wow, I don't know why I just assumed it was residential. No, my country does not have enough electricity to just shut down the residential areas. Switzerland, welcome back, brother. Lyceria, how you doing? I'm doing well, you know, as well as can be. We've been dealing with load shedding now. How many days have we been dealing with load shedding? Is there a way for me to check? It's been a while now. Let's see, Eskom's push. Does it say actually how long we've been dealing with it now? No. It has to have been like a while that we've been. Let's see. So Eskom extends load shedding for the rest of the week. Here is the new schedule. Maybe they say it in this article. Let's quickly see. Feels like forever. Yeah, it's been a while, right? Eskom has confirmed the checks faster than it follows. While some workers have started reporting for duty at the power stations, there is still a high level of absenteeism. The group added that the unlawful and unprotected labor action, which has caused widespread disruption to Eskom's power plants, means it is unable to return some generators to service. This has compelled Eskom to continue taking precautionary measures to conserve emergency generation capacity and safeguard plant from damage. Go-Kart Motor, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you. 6 months in a row. Holy shit, I really appreciate that. Remains the risk of load shedding. We currently have 3,161 megawatts on planned maintenance, while another 17,395 megawatts of capacity is unavailable due to breakdowns. Smartphone users, okay, so they're not actually saying stage exploring blackouts. Joburg actively working on long-term solutions. Yeah, Cape Town is also actively working on long-term solutions. The fucking clowns don't know what the fuck to do because my government is full of shit. All right, let's see. Business Tech is obviously not telling us, so let's see. What about you guys? When was this article? 28th of June? That's 2 days ago, right? Stage 4 load shedding will be implemented and then reduced to the Wednesday. This is due to Eskom added that 3 of the 10 generation units that are tripped during Monday night have been returned to service. This, however, is still insufficient to stave off the implementation of Stage 6 load shedding for Tuesday evening and Wednesday evening. Unity laying off hundreds of staff? Oh, shit. Really? But Unity isn't doing that well, especially nowadays with like fucking with Unreal crushing it, right? How do you with Fridge and Food? Coco Force, thank you so much for the first time chat, dude. Really appreciate it. Welcome to the channel. Thank you. I mean, you just kind of keep it in the fridge and keep it closed as much as possible so that it doesn't run off. It's only for 2.5 hours at a time, sometimes 3, depending on when they switch it back on. But officially, it's only 2.5 hours that the power should be off for. So you at least have, like, for example, today my power was off from 6 o'clock this morning until 8:30. Then it came back online, and then it went off again at 2 p.m. So between 8:30 and 2 p.m., you have that time to do some work. I did a stream for patrons and Twitch subs. By the way, if you are a Twitch sub to the channel and you want to watch the streams, just join Discord, because I let you know on Discord as soon as I do a stream. And these are like premiere streams or exclusive streams. It's only for Twitch subs, patrons, and YouTube channel members. So you won't see those being tweeted out. So unless you are on Discord, you won't see those. And I do them 3 or 4 times a week during the morning time. Today we played XCOM because I'm trying to save the planet from an alien invasion. Watch yesterday's stream. You told you will not play Wrath of the Lich King, but let's get real. If you buy DF, you will play 2 Wrath of the Lich King, not intensely, but you will play, correct? No. Switzerland, I didn't play. I played Classic WoW when it just launched. I played it until level 30, got bored and left because I played WoW when Classic was still just WoW. Right? Before Classic was called Classic, I was playing World of Warcraft. So I got bored. I was like, oh my god, this is just the same shit I did years ago. Why would I do this again? And I didn't even touch TBC. Like, I've still not played even a minute of TBC. I'm not going to play anything of Wrath of the Lich King either. I don't see the point. I played Wrath when it was current. I played, like, look, I get that people sort of miss the nostalgia of video games, right? And people look back at things like Wrath of the Lich King Classic or TBC Classic or WoW Classic, and they wish that World of Warcraft retail would go back to the glory days. In my opinion, those were the glory days for its time. At the time, World of Warcraft was miles ahead of any other gaming company when it came to designing and developing MMOs. Shamanita, Nico Spider, how you doing? King Julian, how you doing, brother? Today, by today's standards, there are many MMOs that are far better than retail World of Warcraft, and also many MMOs that crush Wrath of the Lich King, TBC, or vanilla World of Warcraft. They were good, and they remain good. But this would be like me stating that Baldur's Gate is a better RPG than any other RPG that has ever launched. That's not a statement that one can make, honestly. If you're doing a top 10, then yes, Baldur's Gate will be in the top 3, because even for its time, it was so far ahead of anything else that ever existed that it deserves to be, on, at least in my opinion, it's number 2 on my list. The only thing that beats it is Witcher 3. And, you know, Baldur's Gate 2 is a close second or third in this instance, and then Baldur's Gate 1 is second, you know, so basically Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 occupy 1 and 2, 2 and 3 on the list. Witcher 3 occupies number 1. But there are better CRPGs that exist today than Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, just purely based on gameplay, based on graphics, sound. You know, most CRPGs these days are completely voice acted. That helps when you don't have to, if you're not in the mood to read a whole lot of shit. So yes, World of Warcraft Classic and the Classic experience was amazing for its time. And this is for me, right? Other people are going to have other opinions on it. For me, they were good for their time, but their time have passed. I no longer look back and think, oh my god, I can't wait to play these. No, I don't give a shit. Moni, how you doing, brother? CDJ, how you doing? Talakan, how you doing? I installed TBC so that I had to level everything again and decided I couldn't be asked to do so. Yeah, well, my thing is just I enjoyed it when it was current. I don't care to do it again. Even though Wrath of the Lich King is by far my favorite expansion that have ever been for World of Warcraft, it was, and it still is, but not now. I could play other games and it would be better than Wrath of the Lich King. So I get that there's people that like it. I'm just not one of those people. So to answer your question in a very, very long, roundabout way, will I be back for World of Warcraft Wrath of the Lich King? The answer is no. I will not be playing that. I will be playing Dragonflight because I genuinely have high hopes that Dragonflight is going to be a harken back to the days of Wrath of the Lich King, to the days of TBC. I think Blizzard have learned quite a lot from the Classic experience, you know, bringing Classic back and seeing what people love and the sort of hype that Classic World of Warcraft have that let's be frank, retail haven't had in a really long time. I think Blizzard, like retail Blizzard, have looked at that hype, looked at the success there, and said, you know what, maybe we have forgotten what it was that made us a good company, what made World of Warcraft good. And because Dragonflight really is back to the days of Wrath. Like, tell me what's the difference between Dragonflight and Wrath? Name the difference. There is none. Well, I guess the only thing that would be different is the fact that dragon riding is introduced. That's a system that obviously Wrath of the Lich King didn't have systems like that. Although, wait, didn't Wrath of the Lich King have Reforging? When was Reforging? Was it Wrath? No. It was Cataclysm, right? Cataclysm was Reforging. Or did Wrath have Reforging? For some reason, the timeline in my head does not make sense. I think Reforging was removed in Mist of Pandaria. It was introduced in Cataclysm. So, yeah, the only difference is that Wrath didn't have any systems. And Dragonflight has literally one system extra than Wrath. For the most part, it's built on the same concept. The concept that, let's see, you know, let's see what happens when you allow people to play the game the way that they want without trying to keep them busy, without trying to create stuff for them to do all the time in the game. And that, I think, is a good thing. And that's something that I'm really looking forward to. So yeah, I hope we keep seeing that, and I hope Dragonflight is good. I mean, right now it is just hopium, massive amounts of hopium, because we don't know, but I'm hopeful. Transmog and LFG. Cat's out Reforging a Voyage. I guess you could say Transmog is very similar to Dragon Riding, right? So in that sense, actually, Moni, thank you very much for that. In that sense, Dragonflight and Wrath of the Lich King is basically the same thing. Because, yeah, Wrath introduced Transmog. It introduced looking for dungeon. Not looking for group yet, but looking for dungeon. So Wrath had basically a system as well. And Dragon Riding is very similar to Transmog insofar as, well, you know, it's only cosmetic. It's not something that's required. It's not going to give you any more power. It is just a system that you can engage with that makes the world a little bit more fun to be in. So, let's see if it pays off. Let's see if this is actually the thing that Blizzard... If this is the thing that Blizzard was needing to do, I'm going to be so happy because I've been saying this is what Blizzard needs to do for a really long time. The only thing that annoys me to fuck, like, this is peak annoyance. If Dragonflight works and everyone fucking loves Dragonflight, the WoW Andes are going to be like, see, you guys were complaining for nothing. Look, Blizzard listened and they fixed the game. And I'm going to have a fucking aneurysm when that happens. Why? Because what I want to say is fuck you. It's because we kept complaining and because we kept QQing that Blizzard finally went, all right, fuck you. We'll make the change. We'll fix the game. So fuck you. You're welcome, you pieces of shit. You wanted to keep quiet, not say a word, and Blizzard should just have figured out. Like, literally, the WoW Andes are, like, the stereotypical... You guys know that joke, right? Whenever your girlfriend is angry at you, and she goes, well, if you don't know by now, it doesn't help that I tell you. Like, your girlfriend wants you to just telepathically know what's wrong with her. The WoW Andes do that with Blizzard. We won't complain. We won't tell you why we don't like World of Warcraft. We'll leave you to figure it out. If you can figure it out, good. If you can't, good. I'm still addicted. I don't care. So that pisses me off a little bit. No one is going to come to my channel and be like, dude, I got really annoyed at you for complaining about World of Warcraft, but thank you so much for complaining because the game is finally good again. No one's going to say that, but you know, you're fucking welcome, WoW Andes. If it works. If it doesn't work, I had nothing to do with it. Thank you for saying this. Been trying to explain this to my WoW Andy friends for months, Ariani. I've been trying to explain it to many people on the internet for a long time. And it's still not really something that lands. I like the idea of the 2 tree Sacco, like having a class one for class identity and spec. I like that. I mean, yeah, it is a cool system. We've spoken about that before. Switzerland, how you doing, brother? But will it be enough, Akalon? If the game is play-wise fine after they butchered the story so hard that it became dog shit? There are many games that work that have shit stories. So I don't necessarily think that the majority of World of Warcraft people give a shit about the story. So yeah, it should be fine. I think we, the ones that care about the story, are in the minority in World of Warcraft. So I don't think it's as big of an issue as we think it is. But then at the same time, you know, it might become a bigger issue than we might think. I genuinely don't know. I don't know what the answer here would be. Like, we'll have to wait and see, because Dragonflight really is an opportunity for them to restart and reset and try a couple of new things. So maybe they do, and maybe they find a way to, you know, just absolutely make everything better all the time. I wouldn't know. By the way, I'm going to play an ad in about 15 seconds. So don't worry about that. I'm playing them. So we won't talk about anything interesting for the next 3 minutes, I promise. So if you want to get a coffee, a drink, go up and piss, or get up and piss, or just piss yourself right there at your PC, you're more than welcome to do so. You have 3 minutes to clean yourself up again. But I'm playing this so you don't get interrupted with ads later on in the stream. Give us a story until Wrath of the Lich King. Here comes the damn Warhammer discussion. Can you even discuss Warhammer in 3 minutes or less? I don't think you can. Stolly, how you doing, brother? Let's quickly see here. Still insufficient to stay open, but okay. Stage 6 has only been implemented once before on 9 December. Can someone fucking tell me how long we've been dealing with load shedding? That's all I really want to know. Like, why is this such a fucking issue? In an urgent media briefing on Tuesday, ESCOM leadership said obstruction of access to stations. Zig, you bastard. Thanks for the 2 months up. Did really appreciate that. 15 months in a row. Thank you. You're far too kind, brother. But in my car, zero of it. No way pre-ordering. An urgent media briefing, ESCOM management added the disruptions to its operations obstruction activities. This follows protest at ESCOM Plan Stage 4. ESCOM CEO Dorator said unlawful action continued to intensify on Monday night as managerial staff brave the capacity needs of stations. Dorator warned, upon Stage 6, ESCOM appealed to all South Africans to help limit the impact of load shedding by reducing the usage of electricity and to switch off all non-essential items. Bro, I genuinely can't switch anything off that I have. Here's all the things that use electricity in my house. I have one computer, 2 laptops. My computer, my brother's laptops. We have a gas stove that we use. We never use the oven. Actually, the oven, I don't think the oven has ever been turned on even. We have a gas stove. So we cook on the gas stove top. Or we barbecue. We barbecue a lot. I have a fan that I use. Cell phones, obviously, they need to charge. I don't know how much. I don't think they use that much electricity. I mean, an electric toothbrush. That's it. That's literally the only electrical appliances I own. Patlin, how you doing? I don't know what else to turn off. We have a geyser as well, but we basically turn that off all day because we know that South Africa doesn't have enough electricity to keep shit going. Anyways, what I wanted to tell you guys about, so we have this, I discovered this company. It's called Versify Solar. They do like solar panel subscription service, effectively. They have one of 2 options if you do decide to go with them. The first is a rent to buy option. So you effectively rent it, and then after I think 5 years you own it, or 3 years you own it. The other is a bond option. So you effectively borrow you borrow money in order to buy the solar system, and then you pay it back. So I think that's how it works. So how might be what you need. That's what we're looking at right now. Zivak, why would you say this is a scam? It's almost definitely not a scam. There's actually a few companies that do this. The reason I'm looking at this company specifically is because their interest rates are the best. Their interest rates are prime lending interest rate. So it's on par with the prime of South Africa, whereas all of the other companies, their interest rates are usually prime plus 10. So it's actually a hell of a lot higher. You can buy the panels that are relatively all right. Zivak, you can? In South Africa? Or are you from South Africa, Zivak? Because I promise you, you cannot buy these panels at a relatively low price in South Africa. It's imported, which means before you even have the profit that goes onto it, when something is imported to South Africa, there is a 45% import tax that is immediately charged on the product. So it is always 45% more expensive as soon as it reaches South Africa. And then, comes the transport costs and everything else comes on top of that. So you end up paying a crazy amount of money to get an item. If I order something from Amazon right now, I pay double. I can actually show you. I have shown you guys. If I order a book, literally a book, the WoW book, if I order that from Amazon.com, I pay $30 for the book, and then I pay $30 for shipping and import. So I literally pay double for the book. And it's mostly import taxes. The shipping is like, I think, $10, and then import tax is like $20. So it is not cheap in South Africa to install solar panels or a solar system. You're looking at taking your entire house off the grid in South Africa. You're looking conservatively. Like, if you don't take your, if you're willing to basically make use of things on sort of a schedule. So, for example, if you want to use the oven, you switch your PCs off, shit like that. You're looking at anywhere from 15 to 20,000 US dollars. If you want to take it completely off the grid, you're looking at between $30,000 and $40,000. But that's still you're not gonna have crazy shit. Like, you're not gonna have air conditioning in every room and crap like that. Or they have all those taxes and you still can't keep the power on, because the taxes go for the government. The ministers have to be paid, bro. They need new cars, new houses, you know, all that kind of stuff. What do you want them to do? They work hard, man. They work every single day from 9 to 4. They deserve it. I think you're thinking in the right direction, Akko, with the solar power. Less expensive in the long run and hopefully not interrupted as you are experiencing now. Look, if I had, let me put it to you this way, Zivak. If I had the money right now to take myself off the grid, I absolutely would. Don't get me wrong. If I had, let's see, we actually worked it out. Just to take my PC and so basically just to take my PC, the router, my lights and stuff off the grid, it's like $2,000, I think. If I had $2,000 right now, I wouldn't get this company involved because I don't actually want to owe anyone anything. But $2,000 is a lot of fucking money to just take out and start spending, right? Especially if you don't actually have it. So, yeah, there's just no way to do that. This is the best way to do it. We'll see. We'll see what I end up doing. For that amount of money, you could do it yourself. Buy solar cells and battery cells and start welding and melding the system by yourself. Solar's one thing, but the critical stuff is good, long-lasting battery cells. I mean, we are doing it. Part of the house deposit, Zivag, is the solar fund. Like, the house deposit, the whole 10,000 isn't meant for the house deposit. My thinking was 5,000 for the house deposit and then 5,000 for a full solar system. But it's too long. If I wrote that out, that would be like a stupid long amount of stuff that I have to write there just for people to give money if they choose to. All right, so they have... I want to see what plans they have here. So here you have Versify versus bond funding. On the surface, it may seem that funding your solar solution using an existing bond is a better option. However, it is advised that you first do your own calculations to determine what solution is right for you. The below table indicates the cost of financing through your bond at Prime versus through Versify at Prime Plus. So Versify subscription would be at 130,000 Rand. So that's about $9,000, $8,000 for an entry-level system here. At 7% interest rates, 2,600 a month, 156,000. Total payments is 26,000. Bond funding, this is if you go through a bank, you're looking at 115,000 cost to finance. So this is through their system. Economy is not sexy. Switzerland, I agree. Switzerland, I think you might be too intelligent for this chat. I think you came to the wrong stream. My chat believes that OnlyFans is the way to go, which I've given up on arguing. In this chat, just chill out, shut the fuck up, and let people say shit. They don't know what they're saying. They're not smart enough to figure it out. So just accept that this is how it goes here. We're all idiots here, it is known. Yep. 100% true. Needs to be purged, clearly you're corrupted. Do you think we will Dalaran as an expansion city again? Caldiglor, I fucking hope not. I am sick and tired of Dalaran. Like, genuinely, no thanks. No fucking way. No more Dalaran for the love of all things that's fucking holy. I don't need any more Dalaran. Low upfront costs, zero maintenance, unrivaled support, monthly fees offset by savings, easy upgrades, manage your cash flow, keep your liquid cash for something else. Can I cancel my subscription? Yes, you are able to terminate your subscription during the term. You will, however, be charged an early settlement fee as laid out in your agreement. What happens if I move house? You are able to transfer your rental agreement to your new property. You will be liable to the installer for the costs associated with removal and reinstallation process. Your rental terms will remain the same. Who's responsible for the maintenance of the solar system? Your installer is responsible for the maintenance of the system. The Viper. Thank you for the first time chat, dude. Really appreciate that. Welcome to the channel, brother. Hey, Chad, Echo called you idiots. Evans, I called you an idiot before the fucking stream even started. So don't try and turn this around on chat. You're all idiots here. Fucking morons. I'm streaming for a bunch of morons. Not true. I'm not stupid, Echo, so you're wrong. Stupid people never know how stupid they are, bro. I mean, you can try it. Maybe a niche to fill for strange sexual needs. Yeah, like people that have a fat fetish. Like, I could just give my tits out, right? A solution under warranty. Is the interest rate linked to prime? What does that mean? If the interest rate is linked to prime lending rate, this means that your installment price will increase depending on the fluctuation of the prime. What happens if my solution has issues? Your installer, can my system take me 100% off the grid? The optimization and effectiveness of the system comes down to your consumption behavior. The installer will discuss your system requirements with you during the needs analysis phase of the process. One of the main advantages of solar is that it is built in a modular fashion, meaning that you are able to add both panels and storage batteries to your system in order to fit your requirements. But it's not really the batteries or the solar panels that is the issue. It's the inverter that's the real fucking issue. Is there anyone that is semi, like, knowledgeable on solar panels, specifically inverters? What's the largest residential inverter that you can get for a solar system? King Julian, you literally said something stupid just now. Like, literally just now. Listen closely to your fucking sentence, bro, and then tell me again how intelligent you are. Like, how am I stupid? Name one time I have been or done or said anything that was stupid, Echo. Exactly, you can't, so I am no, apostrophe T, stupid. What would you like to discuss, King Julian? What should I explain to you? Too stupid to know about them? Solar inverters? Lol. VIP status on an idiot chat should tell you you are the biggest idiot. You don't even believe in the Arbiter, so of course, fuck the Arbiter, dude. I still don't believe in the Arbiter. The Arbiter is a piece of shit. King Julian, you just misspelled. So, bro, all right, you're very smart. There's a gold star just for you, brother. You're very smart. Good boy. It's obvious. Solar inverters makes the sun turn into the moon. Oh my, I fucking hate you guys. I just want an answer. What's the biggest inverter you can get for a residential property? Guy I went to school with installs them. I'm trying to look up something he posted on social media. Because in South Africa, I think the one that most people use is 8.5 kilowatts. The issue with an 8 megawatt, kilowatt or megawatt, either one, I think it's kilowatt, is an 8.5 kilowatt. The problem with 8.5 kilowatts is that generally speaking, you can't take your whole house off the grid with an 8.5, because if a normal household, like in South Africa at least, it's not called an inverter, but whatever is installed in your house in South Africa is a 12 kilowatt. So it can handle a load up to 12 kilowatts. And so what happens with the solar inverters, because it's an 8.5 kilowatt, it can't pull the exact same that a normal house installation would be able to do. Deish, no. Why? What's wrong with the light? Batilon, I love my stupid chat. I wouldn't be here if I didn't love you guys. I would have been doing something else, you know, something a lot more fun if I didn't like you guys. What the fuck is up here? Oh, it's text. Never mind. Do I look brighter? I don't know why though. I mean, I could fuck it. Hold up. All right, I'll fix this. I can fix it, chat. Don't worry about it. I've got you. How's that? Better? Nah, I can't remember where the fuck it was. Hold up. I could do this. Would that be better? How's this for you guys? Oh my god, you guys are fucking nuts, bro. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but yeah, we'll keep it like this for now, I think. Seems to work. And I came here just expecting WoW chat. D-Viper. Never expect anything in this stream, as I'm sure you'll learn soon. Nothing is as it seems. My title could be discussing WoW theory. You come in here and we're talking about hobo dicks. I don't really control what we talk about. I ultimately just go wherever chat wants me to go. And since chat is fucking spastic half the time, this means we're usually talking about crap. Like nothing that ever really fucking matters. At least it shouldn't matter. This is not a stream where you're gonna learn anything. I work really hard to ensure that this is not an educational stream. Would it seem like you would be a dirty conversation? Dude, I suck hobo dicks all the time. It's always good. Wait, what? Oh, shit. Like a stream is a tangled web of dicks. So I have something that I want to share with you guys. It is by far one of the coolest things in the world ever. So most of you have heard about this little game called Cyberpunk 2077, the game that I absolutely simp for all the time. What a lot of people don't know, anyone in chat know in what year Cyberpunk 2020 was written? Is there anyone that knows the actual history of Cyberpunk? Like, do you know what year Cyberpunk 2020, which was the first Cyberpunk ever, like the first game ever, was Cyberpunk 2020. It's a tabletop game. Does anyone know when it was written? No. Mike Pondsmith, the creator of Cyberpunk 2020. So let me show you guys who he is. This guy is a genius. You're gonna, in a minute, you're gonna fucking lose your minds. So this is Mike Pondsmith. This is Mike Pondsmith right here, right? Over, you bastard. Thanks to the deal and sub. Did really appreciate that. 2 months in a row. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Just pure degeneracy, right? As for Warhammer, I would recommend the Templin Institute videos, short, good introductory summaries, specifically for the video Empyrean of Man and the State of Galaxy. I'm busy working my way through a lot of fucking Warhammer videos. I'm falling in love with it. So Cyberpunk, here you go. Cyberpunk was written in 1988. The Cyberpunk that he wrote here was called Cyberpunk 2020, and then Cyberpunk Red. These were tabletop role-playing games. In the year 1988, Mike Pondsmith wrote this. He also wrote, before it even started, he wrote how Cyberpunk came to be, right? So how we moved into the world of Cyberpunk. Now, Cyberpunk 2020 starts with the collapse of society. It starts with the collapse of America, and then soon the rest of the world starts collapsing around it. 20 years after the collapse, in the years 1940, would come the Corpo Wars. If I remember my history correctly, I believe it was like 20 years after the collapse of society came the Corpo Wars. So what ended up happening during the collapse of society is massive corporations started taking more and more power for themselves, and they used the modern day issues to basically convince the public that it was better for them to hold power so that they could keep people safe from things like online bullying and from, discrimination and stuff like that. So the more power people gave them, the more safe they would keep them. At some point, the corporations garnered so much power that they went to war against the government and against each other. And the corporations won the war. The Corpo Wars. I believe there were 2 of these Corpo Wars. When the corporations won, they basically divvied up the world into corporate cities with corporate governments, corporate congress, all the rest of it. So it is companies basically keeping companies in line, which means no one keeps anyone in line because the companies literally are the government. So if a company wants to kill 1,000 people for medical research, well, they just pass a law that says it's fine to kill 1,000 people for medical research, and it's done. It's now part of the law. You can't actually do anything to them. So this is Mike Pondsmith over here. The dude is fucking insane. When you listen to him speak, he is such a knowledgeable guy. But now, in the year 1988, listen what Mike Pondsmith wrote as to how all of this started. Diversity and unity. It is now accepted among historical scholars that in the decades before the collapse, America suffered from the sicknesses of racism and cultural identity. Everyone wanted to be seen as special. Every group had to be equal to or preferably better than its neighbors and fought to protect its special rights. If anyone had something that someone else wanted, they were painted as racist, sexist, elitist, or worse. This divisive me-first attitude eventually tore the fabric of American culture apart and caused it to self-destruct in a fireball of competing ideologies, none of which truly recognized each other's validity. Diversity led inexorably to anarchy. In the year 1988, this man, a man who writes video games, writes that this will happen in the year 2020, and this will lead to cyberpunk. Dude, how the fuck do you write this shit in the year 1988? Before we've ever heard about shit like diversity, inclusion, or crap like that, before any of that ever existed, this guy writes that this is the very thing that tears it apart. So it goes on, basically, in the passages that follow this, because all of this is in the game guide. It's in the rule guide. All of this is described. So it actually goes on to say that this is what the corporations ended up using. So the corporations would consistently side with every single group. So if it was Pride Month, they would be Pride everywhere. If it was Black History Month, there would be Black everywhere. If it was Jewish Month, there would be Jewish everywhere. So the corporations would basically adhere or try to adhere to every single one of these groups. What they would then do is they would tell these groups, listen here, if you give us more power, so if you enable us to police the internet, we can ensure that you remain safe. So we can stop all racism on the internet. We can stop anyone saying anything that you don't like. And obviously people gave them more power. Governments gave them more power so that they could police and keep people safe, because all of these special interest groups wanted their special interest kept. As the corporations managed to grow, it became very clear that the corporations never gave a fuck about diversity or unity or inclusion or anything like that. The corporations wanted money and power. So the second they garnered enough power from the masses in order to take control, they did, and that's where they basically stopped giving a fuck about trying to include people or trying to care about diversity, because they no longer had to pretend. At this point, they could just take the power because they were already powerful enough. The corporations, one of the corporations, I think it was Arasaka actually managed to convince the American people, first the Japanese people and then the American people, that they need a military in order to keep people safe. And people were like, yeah, we'll give you a military. It's not a problem. So it's just strange when you look at things like this and you think, how did this guy see it? Like, how did this guy see shit like this happen this far into the fucking future? And anyone with any sort of brains these days just need to turn on the TV for like 2 minutes to look around and say, something's wrong in our societies. It does not seem like people are getting along. It doesn't seem like unity is being created. I just like it. I like Mike Pondsmith a lot. Yes, it was a weird and horrible time in the world, ethnocentric as well, because the world was trending towards this and was foreseen by a lot of people that were educated and some that were normal educated, where people put themselves above others. That's never happened before in history, ever. Pissed Off Walrus, the way we see it these days, it's become more than just a little problematic, right? Like, these days, it's almost as if you consistently have competing interests. Like, everyone is important. And sometimes it happens where, in order for one group to be important, another group has to be less important. This is where, for example, just the other day, I heard someone on the news say that, yes, while all black people are oppressed, black men are less oppressed, and therefore black men should shut the fuck up because black women are far more oppressed than black men. And it's sort of like, wait. So now black men can also not speak, because if they speak, then they're oppressing, like, women? I don't understand. Like, everyone seems to be fighting with everyone else. Gay men, for example, if you're a white gay man nowadays, you're not as oppressed as other gay people, and therefore you should shut the fuck up too, because you're privileged because you're a man and you're white, but you're gay, but that doesn't matter because you're a man and you're white. It makes it very weird to figure out, like, because everyone is trying to be top, right? Everyone is trying to say, I'm the biggest victim, therefore everyone should listen to me. I'd argue that nothing about people putting themselves first is literally the oldest conflict in human history, and that the new part of is corporations figuring out that, hey, if we placate everybody, we can use conflict to gain power. True, but just the fact that this was seen as early as it was is quite astounding. I don't know what I don't have a specific opinion on it. I just think it's strange. Dude, what the fuck? Stop doing this. Keeps going, there's new posts, and then I click on new posts, and then it just goes to one of the fucking posts. Normal biological dick? Probably true, right? Ever wonder how much players spend per pay-to-win event on Lineage 2? Dude, people still play like, what the fuck? Look at this. This is Lineage 2. Need I remind you that Lineage 2 is a stupidly old game. And there's still people spending like $13,500 US, $11,500 US, $11,000 US. Dude, what the? How is it that Lineage 2 still has an audience? The fuck is going on, bro? Like, oh my god. There are too many idiots with too much money in the world. Is what bad for your PC? Having a bunch of Legos there. I mean, I wouldn't say it's bad for your PC, because all of the fans seems to be open and doing what they do. I just don't understand why you would put a bunch of fucking Lego in your PC. I mean, slightly annoyed, but not bad per se. Which playable class race combo would fit the best for an explorer, scholar of the zones, dungeons, etc., lore and mysteries? It's an RP question. Why are you asking RP questions in Warcraft lore? For the love of fuck. Both survival and nuclear winter were better than custom worlds. Someone in Battleground randomly shared a removed quest with me from June 2006. The Alliance needs Purple Lotus. Druid, the Purple Lotus is a flower with a plentitude of uses. I am here at the request of the Alliance as an authority on those applications to preserve the herbs collected and to ensure that their war effort acquires enough Purple Lotus to sustain whatever function they plan for it. I would like for you to travel. Why are you... Like, what's important about this fucking post? I don't understand. Turn to Monkey Island creator will no longer talk about the game following abuse. Jeez. Alright. What happened there? Celsius melts down and one poster's temperature rises. If we didn't drain our artifact weapons at the end of Legion, could a single discipline priest have soloed SOD? Probably not. Recently started playing Warzone and finally got a loadout. Pokemon Go creator Niantic cancels 4 projects, cuts 8% of staff. Woo! Woo! Those quests still too? Wait, you still haven't done those quests? What the fuck are you doing, bro? Did I feel like we're gonna see more and more of this as companies just keep canceling shit? You cannot turn them in? Just drop them, Von Wolstein. Like, just drop them. Just click cancel quest or delete quest or whatever the fuck it is and WoW. Big Minute Slapper? No. Link to videos of Asmongold complaining? I'd love to see that. Let's see here. Pokemon Go creator Niantic cancels 4 projects and cuts 8% of staff. Gaming company Niantic Inc., which has struggled to find another big hit following its 2016 game Pokemon Go, cancelled 4 projects and will cut 90 jobs. In an email to staff reviewed by Bloomberg, Niantic Chief Executive Officer John Hanke wrote that the company was facing a time of economic turmoil and had already been reducing costs in a variety of areas. But Hanke said Niantic needs to further streamline operations in order to best position the company to weather any economic storms that may lie ahead. Dude, it's starting. Oh my god, it is starting. You're going to see more and more of this happen, by the way. More and more companies, like he's literally saying it, right? Company to weather any economic storms that may lie ahead. He's literally saying they have to cut jobs now because they know that there's some massive shit happening soon and there's literally nothing they can do about it. So, we'll watch this afterwards. There's literally nothing they can do about it. So letting people know go right now is the only thing that they can really do. This is the other video,
oh my
right?
god.
Okay. We'll go through that in a minute. The Council project include Heavy Metal, a Transformers game that Niantic announced last year, and Hamlet, a collaboration between Niantic and Punch Drunk, the theatrical company behind the popular interactive play Sleep No More. The other 2 projects were called Blue Sky and Snowball. San Francisco-based Niantic, founded in 2010, is best known for making augmented reality-style games that blend digital interfaces and real images as captured by players' cameras. In 2016, the company released Pokemon Go, which became a cultural phenomena with more than 1 billion downloads and revenue of more than $1 billion per year, according to Sensor Tower estimates. Okay, so here's the thing. This company clearly does not have a problem with making money. It's making $1 billion per year. And from what I'm told, Pokemon Go is still going strong, so it's probably still making a decent amount of money. So if a company like this, that basically, so they're cutting 8% of their staff, and they're cutting 90 jobs. That's 8% of their staff. So they don't even have that many people working for the company to begin with. And they're letting people go now. So it means that a lot of companies are probably getting ready to fire a lot of people, especially companies that are completely over-leveraged. That's what I've heard about Pokemon Go as well. Quarter is coming, and the lazy, bad management solution is to cut costs. Von Wolfenstein, it's not even that it's lazy and bad management. It's that even if you are good at management, you are going to have to cut costs. I don't think people understand what is economically coming. there is a freight train coming for the economy and the world. People who don't have savings, people who don't have money in the bank are going to get wiped the fuck out. They're going to be wiped out. People are going to line up in the streets waiting for food, hoping that someone is bringing them food. It is coming, and there is a massive economic meltdown coming because for some reason people thought, hey, governments can just print as much money as they want and nothing is going to happen. Of course, that's being proven now that that is not true. If you print a lot of money, at some point the economy kicks back and it says, wait a second, you just devalued your currency to fuck. Maybe we'll crash the economy now to bring the value of your currency back in line with what it actually should be. So, yeah, we're just basically paying the price for the last 2 years of bad decisions. The issue that I have is the fact that us normal people are paying the price. The rich isn't going to pay this price. The rich are going to be fine because they have savings. They're going to be, the elite is going to be perfectly good. It's us, the normal folk, the ones who didn't print the fucking money, that is going to suffer. Now I have less, sympathy for people that wanted the government to print all this money, that felt really good about getting their paychecks from the government every month. I don't have much sympathy for you. You deserve the shit that you're going through because you should have told your government not to do that, right? But then at the same time, I still don't want to see people suffer, and there are going to be a lot of people that suffer. But Niantic has been unable to replicate that success. In 2019, it launched Harry Potter Wizards Unite, which failed to find an audience and shut down earlier this year. Games based on the board game Catan and a Nintendo series Pikmin were also unsuccessful. We recently decided to stop production on some projects and reduce our workforce by about 8% to focus on our key priorities, a spokesperson said. We are grateful for the contributions of those leaving Niantic, and we are supporting them through this difficult transition. On Tuesday, Niantic announced that it is partnering with the National Basketball Association for a game called NBA All World, where players can find, challenge, and compete against today's NBA ballers in their neighborhoods. The Niantic spokesperson said the company will continue to work on that game, Pokemon Go, and several others. All right, so they are still working on games, but they are cutting back heavy. Diabetes, how you doing, brother? This Affleck episode is good. We have angered the economy. That is terrible because someone might be going to incite those people to overthrow the government and then establish a cyberpunk future. I mean, it's already coming, bro. The cyberpunk future is on the fucking doorstep, brother. My country was laughing in Donald Trump's face when Trump told them that relying purely on Russian gas is a dumb idea. Now we are expected to spike up to 10 times the energy prices that we had a year ago. You're from Germany, Jumbo? Because I remember the German government laughed at Trump for that. But then again, Trump said a lot of things that you could laugh at. So I'm not entirely against that, right? I don't hold it against them. The dude said a lot of things that would make people laugh. But yeah, that happened to be very correct. It's only on X is always a bad idea. Yeah, well, the world is so reliant on China in order to basically not get fucked, that now that China is locking down their entire economy because they think that COVID is, it's beatable, the world is getting fucked because we all relied on China for all of us, or all of our medications. Most of our fucking imports come from China. And now that China isn't really exporting because they shut down their economies, the world is suffering as a result of this. So, yeah, at the end of the day, I think the world is finally learning what the price is for globalization. Globalization is amazing and it drops everyone's prices and everyone gets to get stuff for really, really fucking cheap. The one big issue with globalization, though, is if something goes wrong, it goes wrong on a global fucking scale. So it does make the downside is a hell of a lot deeper. So basically, globalization provides you with a lot of upside, but also a lot of downside if it goes bad. You're kind of fucked when it comes to globalization. Either it goes really good or it goes really bad. Whereas if you kept things in-house, you kept things in your country, yes, you would probably pay a lot more for the same products because obviously if you're going to produce something in America, those workers want actual good pays and therefore everything's going to be a little bit more expensive. But at least then if stuff goes wrong, well, it's in your own country. So you can always find a way to move it around. You can always find another factory somewhere else. It's in your own country. You're not reliant on other countries in order to get stuff done. Globalization is going to be a ticking time bomb at this point. We'll have to wait and see, though. Please don't ask me gold. I just disvalue yourself and you respect that prick. Switzerland play. I love Asmongold. Why do you not? What's your issue with Asmongold? Everyone got high on the we can import our manufacturing line. Hey, people get high on all sorts of shit, brother. People are stupid. Have you guys not figured that out yet? Look, the one thing that you can trust people to do is do stupid shit. This is what people do. They do stupid shit all the fucking time. Well, it is globalization on top of just the in-time model with reduced warehousing, on top of monoculture and manufacturing and crops. It is the confluence of short-term thinking. Von Wolfenstein app 100% and 150% agree with you there. The world suffers right now literally because of short-term thinking. Because everyone keeps thinking how much money can I make now, how much money can I make next year, instead of thinking, okay, if I do make all of this money right now, what happens next year? What happens the year after next year? Am I fucking myself in the future? So a good example of this is, have any of you ever seen the movie Margin Call? Have any of you ever watched the movie? It's literally called Margin Call. Tell me you've watched it. It's a really cool film. So Margin Call, it's basically similar to The Big Short, in that this Margin Call deals with one of the Wall Street companies that actually, just before the massive financial crash, what they did in order to try and save themselves. So they're all in a meeting. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. They're sitting there, all of the big dicks of the company sitting in the boardroom. And one of the analysts actually caught that this company was bankrupt. It's going to be bankrupt within the next week or two as a result of what they had done. And the analyst gets up and he tells the boardroom, including the CEO, that we're fucked, effectively. We own way too much of these housing stocks, and if they lose 25% of their value, it will wipe out the entire market cap of this firm. Like, our market cap will be done. There will be no market cap left. So the CEO makes the following decision: sell all of it in a fire sale. In other words, sell it before people figure out that it is worthless. One of the people in the company gets up, in the boardroom gets up and says, are you sure you want to do this? You will crash the US economy as a result of this. The US economy will crash. You will also crash this firm's reputation. We will never sell another thing to anyone, because we are now going to sell things to people that we know are about to crash. They don't know it, but we know it. So we're basically selling all of our debt. Other companies are going to go bankrupt because of what we're doing. The CEO goes, did I stutter? Sell it now. I don't care. Short-term thinking. In other words, I don't want to go bankrupt now, so I'll sell everything and then I'll go bankrupt later when no one wants to buy anything from me ever again because I just fucked them. Right? It's called Margin Call. Do yourself if ever watch it. It is so fucking good. Too long story, but if you love him, it's fine. I will just mute for that part. All fine. Margin Call is great. Yes. McPot, how you doing, brother? Thanks for the follow. Really appreciate that. Welcome to the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I allow for everyone to like their own thing, Switzerland. I don't really give a shit, you know. I like for people to have different opinions. I like for people to have different views, especially in the stream. I don't want everyone to agree with me. I don't want everyone to disagree with me. The one thing I always ask is that people remain respectful of other content creators. Even if you don't like them, it's fine, but there might be other people that do. You can say you don't like them, but just don't dive into their personalities or anything like that. But I do know that myself and a lot of other people in the stream really do love Asmongold. So yeah, but look up the documentary, The Smartest Guys in the Room, Enron, where all corp crap are into one company, from selling shit to lying about products to dumb services. Dude, I will definitely check that. The least we can do is be civil. MMO, yeah, like you guys can be fucking civil. The only thing I'm asking for is don't be too big a dick. But civility in this chat, go fuck yourself. No one's buying that. No one's buying that. The only reason we're not literally frontline news on Dexerto every single fucking week is because we're too small to actually be noticed. If anyone accidentally saw this stream, my stream would be the next toxic place of Twitch. So, let's not go too far with the whole civil thing. I don't expect you guys to be civil. Just don't be too big a dick. That's basically all I can fucking ask for, right? All right, let's hear this about Final Fantasy XIV. It seems like Asmongold had a run-in with the Final Fantasy XIV Andes. Let's hear what this is about.
Let's see what the people on the Reddit are saying. Okay, so what are people saying? Question here, does this include not taking criticism? Be bumbled and hating and complaining. Asmon deserves some criticism too. I always wonder, like, whenever I see comments like this, like, what exactly are they not happy with? You know what I mean? Like, what is it particularly that I did that they don't like?
Fuck you, Cask. You calling me fat, bro? Let's fucking go outside. We'll settle this like men. You calling me fat? Fuck you, bro. Like, Jesus, I can't believe you just said that. But if it's not too big of a dick, how can we big dick DPS? You could still big dick DPS. Just don't be a dick, or too big of a dick. Want me, mate? Settle it enough, come fight. I swear on me mum. Basically kept putting FF14 in his title somewhere and then watched videos for like 5 hours instead, and people molded. So here's the thing that bothers me about a comment like this. Honest question here, does this include not taking criticism? First and foremost, what makes you think that you have the right to criticize a streamer? You're not their friend. You're not their colleague, right? You're not necessarily... this is going to sound horrible, but you're not necessarily their equal. When I say equal, I mean, it's not like you guys are working together or the streamer just automatically respects you. Now, you could become their equal, especially the times I will take criticism from my community are from people that have been here for a really long time, because I've gotten to know you, I know who you are. So, and it does happen. Whenever my stream like goes through dips, I'll very often have someone from the community that's been here for a really long time DM me on Discord, and they'll be like, hey dude, just want to talk about your recent streams. You know, you've been doing something like this for a while now, and I think that's not good. You know, it puts people off, and people don't really like when you do that. And I respect that because I respect that person. I know they've been here for a really long time. I've gotten to know them. But if you are just a random Andy in someone's stream, why do you think that they should take your criticism? I mean, for what? If someone walks in off the street, right, in your place of business, and they start criticizing you, are you going to take their criticism seriously? Like a random fuck walks into your office tomorrow, and they're like, yeah, you're a shit worker. I don't like what you do. You could do it so much better. Are you going to take that seriously in any way, shape, or form? Of course not. You don't know this fucking guy from Adam. How would you take anything they say seriously? You'd be a moron to do so. So this is sort of like, it bothers me when people write comments like this, because at the end of the day, you don't have the right to criticize a streamer. You can, and a lot of streamers will allow it. I, for example, allow people to criticize me because I like having that open dialogue, but you don't have to. Like, a streamer isn't obligated to listen to you complain about what they do. Been paying you for 4 years so I can insult you. Cask, I know. That's why I fucking hate you and love you in equal measure. This whole paragraph. Wait. I can take everything said in the OP to heart to consider my comments before I make them from now on. I only want to say that I fear he is going down a similar path to the path Kurt Cobain went down, where he got popular and then overwhelmed and bitter and talked about how music isn't the same anymore. I don't fear him being suicidal, but I believe he might get equally frustrated and overwhelmed at how the world works. For a guy also like Kurt, who never worked before in their life and had a great time on their way to stardom, they missed out on a lot of the personal development and life lessons along the way. Dude, long jumping links. You spend your days writing paragraphs from novels on Reddit. Like, you are not someone that can give advice on life. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, oh my God, you found time in your busy day, like the day, you know, your busy day of giving people advice that changes their life, to write a fucking comment on Reddit. Congratulations, long jumping links.
Let me put on some music real quick and just talk about this. I'll read some of the comments. Okay. So, okay.
It's a good place to get it,
Don't fear
Disco.
him being suicidal and might get equally frustrated, overwhelmed with how the world works. Oh my God. Let me read this one. I can take everything said in the original post to heart and consider my comments before I make them from now on. I only want to say that I feel like he's going down a similar path to the path Kurt Cobain went down whenever he got popular and then overwhelmed and bitter and talked about how music isn't the same anymore. I don't fear him being suicidal, but I believe he might get equally frustrated and overwhelmed with how the world works. For a guy also like Kurt who never worked before in their life, and had a great time on their way to...
And had a great time. I fear like a lot of people do not have a clue what it takes to be a content creator. And I'm not sitting here pretending like being a content creator is like working in the fucking coal mines. It really isn't like that. He's free to do what he wants. Exactly. You are free to do whatever the fuck you want. For example, I haven't played Final Fantasy in a really long time, which means that my viewership is down. That's the price you pay as a content creator. You decide not to do something and a lot of people go elsewhere, which is fine, but that is your right. You're allowed to do that. People can't start complaining about the fact that I'm not playing Final Fantasy. It's my fucking stream. I'll do whatever I want. And if there's enough people that like what I do on my stream, then hey, great. There's people that like what I do on my stream, but it's my choice what I do here ultimately, right? It just so happens that a lot of the time what we do on stream is decided not only by myself, but also by you guys. We decide these things together, but there are times where I decide to do something that a lot of you don't like, and then you fuck off and you go watch someone else, and that's fine too. I'm not going to keep that against you or hold that against you. My issue here is that this long jumping links just proves that a lot of people don't know what it's like to be a content creator. It's not an easy way to stardom as a content creator. The amount of shit and attacks that you have to deal with on a consistent basis. Just the other day, I had a comment on YouTube. The comment started with, "What the fuck are you talking about?" I decided to reply to this comment, and I was like, dude, that's quite aggressive. Care to explain why you're so worked up about this? And they went, "I'm not worked up. I'm just asking you what you're talking about." I'm like, dude, so you don't seem to think that starting a comment with "what the fuck are you talking about" is quite aggressive. And like, dude, if you can't take it, stop making videos. I'm like, so wait, civility is too much to ask for? Just starting your comment in a civil way is too much to ask for? Like, I should shut the fuck up because how dare I? Like, what the That's the problem that we live with these days. That's the problem of the world around us. Everyone seems to think that you're free game when it comes to criticism, and you're not allowed to say anything back. Make no mistake. People can say whatever the fuck they want to you in the comment section and in live chat. If you respond in any way, shape, or form that makes someone feel uncomfortable, they'll block you, or worse, they'll start saying shit about you on Twitter and Reddit and all that crap because fuck you. How dare you say anything to me? It's ridiculous. I only appreciate you to take off your clothes, Akko. You first. Go, God.
Stardom, they missed out on a lot of personal development and life lessons along the way that will cause him to get blindsided from the price of fame. Hopefully this does not happen. Not everyone is the same, but the similarities are stunning to me. Yo, like, what the fuck, bro? Like, oh my god. I love this shit. I think it's so funny. Okay, let's read another one. Nah, God, something like that being able to get criticism makes an adult be an adult. So ultimate guy decides. Criticism of streamer at the end of the day is always boils down to why.
Luxy, I agree he's not a god or something like that, and being able to take criticism is one of the things that makes an adult and be an actual adult. But what gives you the right to feel like you should be able to criticize, and the streamer must just take it? I don't get this. It's not childish for someone to lose their shit because you're criticizing them in their place of work. Because a lot of people also don't have the fucking social, the social intelligence to understand that if you come into my stream and you start criticizing me while I'm live, there is a very good chance that I'm just going to fucking block you. Because you're doing it while I'm working. I'm trying to interact and entertain people, and you're here fucking screaming shit at the top of your lungs about me needing to shut the fuck up. Of course I'm going to block you. What the fuck? Talkie Cocky, how you doing, brother? Going to be a fun lark? Karens want to lord over people? Yeah, there's always some fucking moron, right, that feels like they have the right to say whatever the fuck they need.
Why are you doing what I want? Because I don't have to. Get upset. If you're Final Fantasy, it's understandable. You look forward to playing it. It was disappointing. Somebody on YouTube video said their WoW guild was in the stream chat spamming Final Fantasy. I think about it on Discord. So we're down to false flags now. Alright, let me read this too. It's not a streamer what they're doing, but people shouldn't be able to point out a streamer why they're reacting the way they are.
Wait, it's not about telling a streamer what they should be doing. That's always silly. But people should be able to point out to a streamer why people are reacting the way they are. Well, no, because... So... whenever I do a title, the title for this stream, for example, I have a plan, because every single one of my streams are planned out, by the way. It just looks like it's incredibly amateur, but it actually isn't. I plan out my streams. I take about 3-4 hours before a stream to plan out everything that I'm about to do on stream. Make sure that if there's news, I go find it. I go look for anything that we can cover. Some days there isn't much, and then you'll do, like for example, today's stream, which is just reactions and stuff like that. But it's still planned, I still have videos that I want to react to. I have things that I want to talk about. These are things that is planned. Now, what happens a lot of the time when you're streaming is things change. I might be in the mood to play Final Fantasy 10 minutes before stream starts. Then stream starts, and suddenly I'm like, I'm not in the mood. Or people start suggesting content for me to watch, and before I know it, 5-6 hours has passed, and now I'm not going to play Final Fantasy. I'm fucking tired. Right? I don't want to stream anymore. I want to go do something else now. And what these people are basically saying is you must, whenever you do your title, you must know beforehand that this is the title and this is what you will do. And if you do not do that, then you're open to criticism because you lied. It's like, what?
It's not a what I want example. I don't play Lost Ark, but if Aswan said multiple days in a row Lost Ark today, but never did, I'd be joining with the Lost Ark players and questioning why he's acting this way. But I did that all the time. Like, I did that all the time. I would be like, yeah, we're going to do honing today, and then, like, we just didn't do it because I was doing something else. Like, you guys remember that? Like, I mean, I'm not, like, crazy, am I? Like, yeah, like, this is
I think the big thing was the 8 months stop from playing the game, telling people he'd come, followed by only playing 4 to 6 hours of playing since. Toshikan, but again, see, this is why so many streamers, I think, stop promising things or ultimately just stop playing certain things. Because what do you want from the streamer? If they're not feeling it right now, so if they start the stream and they just don't feel like playing the video game, you want them to play the video game anyways, because at least then you get to see them play the video game, even if they're not going to enjoy it. Well, there's something wrong with that, and that is, if the streamer isn't enjoying what they're doing, you're not going to enjoy watching the stream. It genuinely is as simple as that. The whole point of streaming is to entertain. But if I'm not having fun with the thing that I'm supposed to be entertaining you with, how am I going to be entertaining? Unless, of course, we're doing it ironically in order to shit on it. That's a whole different story. Yeah, the mature reaction is to just watch someone else. You know, just go and watch someone else and come back whenever they're doing the thing that you want them to do. A lot of the time, like, the way it should actually be, I feel, and this is what a lot of people miss, you should find streamers, Duchess Rain, how you doing? You should find streamers that you actually enjoy watching for the streamer. So find a streamer that you enjoy their personality, you enjoy the stuff that they talk about. Maybe it could be you enjoy disagreeing with them on things and you love the conversations you're having about those disagreements. It could be that you're enjoying, their comedy, their humor, their personality, whatever the fucking case might be. But find streamers that you actually enjoy watching and just watch that. Because at that point, it's no longer going to matter what they play because, well, you know, you like watching the streamer, so they can play pretty much whatever the fuck they choose. But that is your choice. If you choose to watch someone only because they're going to do the thing that you want them to do, then you can't be butthurt if they don't do that thing. Because ultimately, there's a shit ton of people in Asmongold's chat that watch for Asmongold, that weren't upset at the fact that Asmongold wasn't playing Final Fantasy XIV. It's only you, because you weren't there for Asmongold. You were there for Final Fantasy XIV. Let's say somebody is following you 8 months and you played all the time the same game and made never intention to change. Then he subscribed to you for 6 months and all of a sudden you play not at all anymore. Of course, people will feel betrayed. Not that I would subscribe to anybody, have no money, literally for the next 10 days, only about 30 USD to live. Switzerland plays. I get what you're saying there, but again, that's not the streamer's fault. If you subscribe to me, Apocalypse, how you doing, bro? If you subscribe to me, I take that as you subscribing because you enjoy my content. If you're subscribing to me because you want me to do something specific, if I stop doing that thing, that's on you. I don't care. I won't refund your money. I'm not going to apologize for that. I took it as you subbed because you enjoyed the content. If you actually subbed because you wanted to watch me play a video game, that's your fucking fault. Because I make it very clear on my streams, don't trust me to play the same thing over and over and over again. I get bored quick. Like, real quick. This is why I always say, you don't want to watch a movie with me. You do not want to watch a movie with me. Because I don't watch movies in one go. Never. I'll start a movie, I'll watch about 10 minutes of it, then I'll pause it. Then I'll watch a YouTube video, then I'll pause that. Then I'll read an article, then I'll stop midway, then I'll watch the movie a little bit, then I'll pause that, then I'll read the article again. I jump between things. I can't sit down for 2 hours and do the same thing. So it's the same with video games. Like, I can play Final Fantasy for, say, 2-3 weeks and really enjoy it, but then I don't want to play it anymore. And it's not that I don't love Final Fantasy. I still love the game. I just don't want to play it now. I want to go do something else instead. And if you're going to sub because you just like me playing Final Fantasy, well, you wasted your money. I never told you that all I'm going to do is play Final Fantasy. I just happen to enjoy Final Fantasy at the time that you subbed. But it is absolutely up to you to figure out who you give your money to. So if anything, you should be more responsible with who you give your money to rather than the streamer being more responsible with whomever. Because I can't choose who I take money from, right? Anyone can sub to this channel. Anyone doesn't have to sub to the channel. I don't care. I would love if more people subbed. Obviously, more money, more better. But I don't care if someone can't sub. If someone is just here watching, I still love that. That's viewers. That gets me higher up. It means that more viewers might discover the stream. So I love my non-paying viewers as much as I love my paying viewers. The thing is just I can't control who's paying and who's non-paying. I can only do what I do and hope that there's enough people that like what I do to actually give me money. And that's it, really. I'm not beholden to the viewers. I've seen streamers who continue playing other games, even when I followed them for a specific title. I'll go back to them and watch if they're playing something I enjoy. I think that's for most people in video, and I can absolutely understand that. FF7 is twice as good as FF14. it technically no, but okay. See Asmon's response, apology to the situation. Karia, no, but we will watch it. We're for now just watching the start of this.
I feel like this has happened a lot. Does anyone look forward to honing? I do. A lot of people like watching honing. Like, yeah, yeah, people love that shit, man.
Nice, Battalion. I love that. Thanks.
Can you blast us with ads? Yeah, I will in a minute, as soon as I can. Not sure yet. No one's talking about today. It was leftover drama from Allcraft Day. We got stun locked into McConnell. It's leftover drama. Listen, guys. Doesn't always complain about Blizzard not listening to the players. Been sucking up to Blizzard again and waiting for Dragonflight, Alpha, and Beta, and copium addiction in full force. He's been like this before. Company goes bad. Me equals good because I say so. Well, so like this is what I find to be funny, right?
The funniest thing are the amount of haters that Asmongold has, but they hate him, and yet they still comment on his Reddit, but they hate him. Right? The amount of hate viewers that Asmongold have is off the fucking charts, bro. I think Asmon finally realizes that FF14 isn't the game for him. He came back after a long break and couldn't get into the game after a few hours. Vulcan Dragon, that could be possible, right? Where he just realized this really isn't the type of game that I like playing. And I can actually kind of see that. If I look at the games that Asmongold like playing on and off stream, Asmongold seems like the kind of person that prefers games without stories, games that you know, like World of Warcraft, that has a lot of farming, a lot of monotonous things that allows him to hang out with chat. You know, he loves things like Call of Duty, which again, you know, is short, sweet, to the point. You do the same thing over and over again, and you enjoy that. I don't think I've ever heard Asmongold say that he loves you know, massive RPG story games. Have Asmongold ever played Witcher 3, for example? That's going to be a bit too much sometimes, and he would be so much happier just play WoW, but that game is just waiting for Dragonflight at this point. True. It's such an unhealthy lifestyle all the haters have. I couldn't imagine spending my time focusing on such things on the internet. And yeah, there are a lot of people that's very fucking bored. His Vampire Survivor streams were great. But that's the kind of games that he likes, right? He quit Witcher 3. Exactly, Karya. If you can't get through Witcher 3, there's a good chance that you're not going to be able to get into Final Fantasy 14. Just straight off the bat. If you can't get into Witcher 3, everything is voice acted. You don't have to read shit. Right? It's all voice acted. It's all very easy. The combat is quite nice, quite fun. And it's actually a lot more fast-paced than Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy is sort of the slower version of Witcher 3. If you can't get into Witcher 3, you're going to struggle to get into Final Fantasy, I think. So, you know, at the end of the day, I was surprised when Asmongold actually liked Final Fantasy the first time. And I wonder if Asmongold wouldn't like Final Fantasy more if he played it offline. So if he played it on its own and not with stream, he may actually enjoy it more.
Is that, like, I can do something that most people want me to do, and then somehow it's the bad decision. You see what I'm saying? So, like, I went and I was like, okay, we're gonna vote on what you guys want to see. And then we voted, and then the vote was...
TW? Oh, Witcher 3 fan. The mutagen system? Dude, I can't answer that. I've never focused that heavily on, like, the hardcore playthroughs of shit. I've never focused that much on it. The style that I usually play is shield. So the shield sign that explodes upon taking damage, and then Igni. Like, I love the Igni playstyle. As for mutagens, I've never done a new game plus, so I've never really been able to get all the best mutagens in the game and build that out. I play Witcher 3 for the story, and even though I know the story off by heart, I still love playing it for the story. I just love the way it's delivered. I love the atmosphere of the game. I believe it or not, I've never played Witcher 3 on the hardest difficulty. Never. I usually play it on normal. Just normal difficulty. Because I just want to be in the world. I just want to enjoy the story, man. I don't care for hard combat or, you know, pushing, like, myself to the limits. I don't give a shit about that. I just want to be in that world. I want to see the story. I want to hear the voice acting, that sort of thing. So for me, it would be difficult to answer questions like that because I usually just go with whatever build I like at the time. Sort of.
Wasn't the way they wanted. And then they're like, I can't believe you won't listen to the players. Like, I did. That's why you're mad.
Task, I'd love to play that again.
You see what I'm saying? Like, a multiple large audience if every punch your mod. Yeah, funny seeing downvote for being mods. McConnell hates you playing Final Fantasy. Yeah, I know.
The issue right now is that so there are games that I love playing that I can't play on stream. It's really as simple as that, because there are games that I really love that stream doesn't care about that much. So, for example, like yesterday when we played XCOM, right at the end of the stream, I had a couple of, like an hour left of stream, so I decided to play some XCOM. We lost, like, I think, I went afterwards and I checked the graph. We lost like half of the viewers switching to XCOM. Even though we were playing XCOM and just fucking, like, chatting. I wasn't even talking about the game. I was chatting and just having XCOM on the background. But some people are just like, oh my god, he's playing a game that I don't care about, so fuck it, I'm leaving. I don't want to stay. So I do have to sort of find that balance of what games will I play on my own. Like XCOM, I'm playing the shit out of that game whenever I have electricity. Like today, for example, I woke up, I made a video, and then I went live on YouTube, and I played XCOM. By the way, if you're a patron or a Twitch sub or a YouTube channel member, you should join the Discord because I stream a lot of the mornings. I do exclusive streams on YouTube where I either make thumbnails or I talk about shit, or like today we played XCOM. So I'll play those games there because I know they're not really things that people care about for the stream. And then there's games that I'll play on stream, a lot of the time, though, my streams are just this, chatting and talking about crap.
And so, hopefully you'll see these people in thread as the Final Fantasy community. I mean, they're part of it, but, like, I of course I know that. Yeah, of course, when my podcast start, I've got to work on that, man. Like, I just haven't done it because, well, there's this problem that I have about being lazy. Yeah, that's about it. That's what it is. Let's see here. It's incomparable, but just streams
hard life for a lazy person, bro.
And like that's the thing, right? Is like so like nobody would even have this opinion. The only person that would say this, right, is somebody who watches Rich's MSQ streams. So like
I don't know. His streams lately seem comparable to Rich's streams, if anything, unwatchable live. I barely tune in because it's mostly reactions and I might as well just see those one or two topics that interest me on YouTube. Well, then watch it on YouTube. You're giving him money either way. It really is as simple as that. Like, well, I don't know what the fuck people think. Is reactions not content? Genuine question. When you react to something, the way that I react to it, the way that Asmongold reacts to it, is that not content? When my reactions usually turn... So let's take an example of this video. We're 5 minutes and 50 seconds into this video from Asmongold. We have been watching this video for the last half an hour. I have spent 25 minutes of 5 minutes in his video. 25 of those minutes that we've been watching have been spent by me giving my opinion and talking about what I see within this. If that's not fucking content, I don't know what is. I don't know what to tell you, because it is comparable to me just sitting here talking about something out of my ass. The only difference is this is something that we're watching and I'm giving my opinion on the things as they happen and not just laughing at the shit as they happen. Somebody says lazy content. It is lazy content. I'm not going to lie about that. It's not as if this is like hard work content. It's a different type of content, but it is content. At the end of the day, you are still getting something unique. You will never see one of my reactions on any other Twitch stream. Like 100% guaranteed you will never see that. You might see someone else's reaction on their Twitch stream, but if you want my reaction to something, you can only find it on this stream, which means that, you know, it is content. If someone tells you we'll have sex and then they only kiss you, can you be mad because it's still content you got? Well, yeah, kind of. I don't know if that's comparable, Clean. I don't know if that's comparable, though. Because in the one, you're talking about a social interaction between two people that have very different stakes to a streamer telling you, I am going to play Final Fantasy XIV, and then deciding halfway through the stream, well, actually, I don't want to play Final Fantasy XIV, you know? Lord Kenyo, thanks so much for the Prime Sub. I really appreciate that. 9 months in a row. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my God, Evans is right in there. Clean, you've got yourself a fan. Evans really wants to have sex with you. I just wait for YouTube VOD of Aspen, same as Rich.
If
Barbecue
my stream,
stream
like,
soon.
I never got these comments before I started playing the game. Like, I never got these comments.
Switzerland Clean have been here for a really long time. I'm fairly certain that she also doesn't want the OnlyFans. The more I realize I should be super mad over you not watching what I want. Stolly, yeah, I do apologize.
It never happened. It's just so common now. You did? No, I didn't.
What?
I absolutely did. Like, all right, that's not true. I did get them, but it was like I got them at a frequency of like 1 out of 100, and now it's like 1 out of 5.
For what? For what? I completely missed that. For what? What was the frequency about?
For 7 hours of your stream? I don't know. Reddit community has grown from 9k to 140k? No, it didn't go from 9 to 140k this fast. 3 hours for a journey, felt like he's been dishonest, disingenuous on stream. Master profound saying.
I've been watching Asmongold for nearly 3 years, and this is the first time I've ever genuinely felt like he's being dishonest, disingenuous on stream. I'm just being real, not trying to hate on the guy. Dude, whenever someone says I'm just being real, I want to lose my fucking shit. Because everyone will do this. They'll insult you. Because literally, in my opinion, the biggest insult you can give me is calling me dishonest. Because you're basically calling me a liar, right? You're saying I'm a liar. Dishonest is a horrible thing to call someone. And then you go, I'm just being real, not trying to hate on the guy. You called me dishonest. Like, you could call me anything fucking else, and I would be fine with it. But dishonest, to me, is a massive fucking insult. Whenever someone says that, I'm just being real, it's literally just them trying to shield themselves from criticism. They don't want you to come after them too fucking hard, but they do want to be able to insult you without, you know, insulting you. Like, they're hoping you're stupid enough to not think that they're being insulting. No offense, but yeah, exactly. It's like that uncle that comes to you when you're barbecuing and says, I don't want to be racist, but, and you know that there's just going to be a list of racist shit, right? Like the list of racist crap that's about to fucking hit you is going to be real. That's literally the same level. Fuck my life, dude.
Thing happening for Elden Ring and Lost Ark.
Be like Quantum TV, the number one brand in honesty? Exactly.
No, the Elden Ring stuff was like, no, it was way worse. It was way worse. Like, this is the thing, React Andy, pointing out why people hate them. I don't know. People complain about you React.
Wait a second, let me just see here. There's a massive profound problem with saying the only people who complain about long intros of Final Fantasy players when there's hours of VODs of this very thing happening for Elden Ring and Lost Ark, and yet, when it comes to those games, it was never a deterrent or made him want to stop playing. It was, yeah, this is what I feel like doing. If you don't like it, I'll just ban you. The guy clearly has some weird notions about the 14 community and he's letting it cloud his judgment. Oh my god, okay. He made a big deal about returning to the game, announcing it 3 times on Twitter and even making a video about it, only to put it at the very bottom of his priority list, even on the very day he announced returning. He played it for a whopping 45 minutes, then went and played New World for 6 hours. Then he was seemingly offended, disturbed that people were disappointed by this. Like they're the ones being unreasonable. Meanwhile, people were just excited for good reason, and this led to disappointment. Boy, can't imagine why. Everyone knows that the people who play 14 love the game and love seeing others play it. Even Zach knows this, which is why he made... Yeah, but you can't use that as a fucking excuse. Oh my god, the reason we're being complete dickheads to you is because we love the game so much and we want you to play our game so badly that we're gonna treat you like a fucking asshole until you play our game. Because oh my god, we love the game so much. Are you for real? That is like, what the fuck? Like, the reason, honey, I'm hitting you every single day is because I love you so much. And I just want you to have sex with me all the time. But whenever you say no, I have to beat you because I love you so much. It's like, what? Like... In every other situation, we would go, Jesus, something's wrong. But for some reason, like, this person doesn't think it's wrong. Like, we can abuse you because we love the game so much. And we want to abuse you into actually getting, like, into our fucking game. It's like, what the fuck? It does make it hard for... I can see why Asmongold doesn't want to keep playing Final Fantasy, because if this is what you're dealing with, if you don't play, it sort of makes you just not want to play the game because you don't want to deal with it. It isn't even a case of I don't like the game anymore. It's a case of I can't fucking play the game because if I decide to play the game and then change my mind, I'm going to get fucked by the community. The Final Fantasy community need to calm the fuck down. Like, you guys need to calm down. If you keep doing this, you're going to force more and more streamers away from your game. Like, streamers are not going to get into a game where if they decide not to play it, they get bullied until they play it again. You're just going to chase more and more streamers away from the game. I don't think that's exactly what Yoshi P wants. I don't think that's what Squeenix wants, and I don't think that's what you guys want. But yeah, this is just weird, bro. Even Zach knows this, which is why he made those announcements. And here's where we get to the part where I think he's being disingenuous, if not outright dishonest. He very clearly wasn't all that eager to resume playing, and when people mention this, he deflects and tries to turn it around to blame the community. People would respect the guy a lot more if he just said, yeah, I was planning to get back into it, but now I'm not really feeling it. Instead of, man, these Final Fantasy players are really trying to oppress and pressure me after I spent a week hyping them up about me playing, so now I don't really want to play. And before you call me a conspiracy theorist, just remember 2 dots make a line. It's not a conspiracy if they're really after you, right? In the past week since his grand return, played Final Fantasy for just over 45 minutes, 6 hours after his stream started, the very day he announced returning to the game. The reason, browsing Reddit content. Okay. 2 dots make a line, people.
Thing we have highest viewers whenever just chatting. Most people like it. I know most people like react.
Of course, this option. Of course. We're looking at people who quit streaming FF for various reasons, as well as Asmund, Matt, Annie, Nagura, and this goes on. The streaming community is weird with FF.
Let's see it.
Do you know why those people decided to stop streaming Final Fantasy? I think most were disappointed since the first day games are usually not only less than 2 hours long, especially when Asmund announces it. I get why people could be disappointed, but the way you handle that disappointment is you just kind of go on with your life, right? Max was a different situation, in my opinion. I think I genuinely feel like for a lot of people, so is there anyone in this chat that loves being pressured into situations that they don't necessarily want to be pressured into? Is there anyone that really enjoys that? Hey, Janen, how you doing, bro? Huge disappointment. You were gonna have a lot more of it. Also, taking time of a live stream is a really stupid idea. Apocalypse, say someone told you, so that may be a factor as well. No, I do not. Do the bedroom count? Ariani, no. In the bedroom, that's a whole different discussion. Annie and Nagura, because of Story Watcher specifically, Nagura was forced to, and Annie quit for a while because of Shadowbringer's chat. You see, that's Annie really only plays during sponsored streams now. I hate being pressured, especially with games. The thing that it's really weird if you want to play something, if you feel like you want to play something, but your community will not take you not playing it for even a moment. So if you decide one day not to play it, we had this a while ago. I don't know if you guys remember, a while ago, just after we started like really seriously playing Final Fantasy again, every single stream that I would do, every single fucking stream, first 5 minutes of the stream. Now keep in mind, my streams have always had the following format. I go online and we just chat for between 2 to 4 hours. After we've finished the just chatting portion, after I've done chatting and I'm now fucking tired of chatting, then we'll play a little bit of games. Like we'll do 2-3 hours of video games. I've always done this. It's not new. I have always done it this way. But every single time, 5 minutes into the stream, people will join in and they'll be like, when are you playing Final Fantasy XIV? Are we playing Final Fantasy XIV today? Final Fantasy XIV. Where I would have to go, dude, we're just chatting. We'll get into the game. Fucking just give it a moment. You know, just give it a fucking rest. We will play, but I literally just started the stream. And if that keeps happening, there's a point where you as the streamer just go, you know, fuck it. I don't want to play this. Like, let's just fucking leave this. I don't care. Because if I have to deal with any more people putting this pressure on me of just, you must play now, I'm gonna fucking lose it. Anyways, I'm done harking on and on about this. You guys get the idea, right?
Oh my. What does it say? I can understand people being annoyed. Big announcements start Final Fantasy is 5 star. It's about managing expectations. Yeah. And streams being long, reacting, etc. Yeah, I think that people are mad, and it's just silent majority, like reacting content. Final Fantasy is very loud, but the minority. I think so too.
Asmongold is still.
Yeah.
I just want to see something. Isn't Asmongold still like the most watched streamer, or like close to the most watched streamer, on Twitch? I'm pretty sure, right? Like he's still most likely the high, like one of the most watched people. Yeah, he still goes live to about 45,000 people. So, you know, clearly Asmongold is doing something right. You know, he has to be doing something right. Everyone's complaining now. You know, people are going, yeah, these streams are just fucking react content. Fuck him. But he's doing something right because he still gets 45,000 fucking viewers in his chat. So people clearly like react content. I can see it in my own fucking streams. We react to something like Warhammer, viewers go up. Like, the viewer numbers go up to like 120, 140, sometimes even 190 to 200 viewers. People like react content. It's fun because they get to see videos that maybe they haven't seen before, or if they have seen them, they get to see them with more context from someone else. They get an outsider's perspective on something. Which Akko, because Akko, fuck the background. Evans, I appreciate that, bro.
It's just like, I've always had a really hard time managing people's expectations for me to do X or Y thing.
Not yet, this option.
Yeah,
Soon.
like I've always had a really hard time, like, you know, like making people happy or whatever.
True, Miko.
And that's why I ban everybody who just doesn't like what I'm doing, is because it's an easier way to solve the problem than if not. So us in the middle who enjoy both, yeah. I'm pretty lost. Main reason hostility to chat. Not same vibe as last year.
Wait, when
I feel like I'm.
When did Asmongold get a gaming chair? I just realized. When did Asmongold? The guy can literally get any fucking chair he wants And he gets like a gaming chair? Like, why, bro? Like, why? Why? Oh my god, I hate gaming chairs. They're such a money grab.
Not really hostile.
He's sponsored by
towards
Razer.
chat.
This
Like,
makes
I
sense.
mean, do you guys think that I am? I feel like a lot of times I'm not. Yeah, like I feel like, yeah, I mean, sometimes like only if they deserve it. Yeah, like I feel like I'm not hostile towards chat or anything, man. I'm not doing that at all.
Jesus,
I'm just talking. Yeah, so name your title stream without any game titles. Maybe the whiners will calm down. I'm not going to do anything different because people are being unreasonable. Because if you act differently because of the unreasonable people, you then become unreasonable. I think it's unreasonable for people to get mad that I don't play a game on a certain day. I don't think that's really fair. I said that I might play the game or I might do Fall Guys, and people voted, and they voted for Fall Guys, and now there's a bunch of hate threads about it. I think it's very simple whenever you think about it. Like, if they had voted for Final Fantasy, would there be a bunch of hate threads about it? No, the answer is not. And so it puts me in a position where, like, I have to decide whether I want to do something and, like, enjoy it.
Doja Khan, no, but I think a lot of people also need to understand McConnell is entertainment. That's McConnell's whole job. So let me give you an example. If I were to pull like Apocalypse and say Andy into my stream, right? So let's say I hang out in Discord with Apocalypse and Andy. Their job in Discord wouldn't be to agree with me. Their job in Discord would be to basically say the most outrageous and stupid shit imaginable. Because they're supposed to entertain. So whenever I make a point, their job would be to disagree. Their job would be to push back. Their job would be to just say things, whether they're real or true or doesn't even matter, right? Their job would be to be outrageous. Because people like that. If you look at Asmongold's streams, whenever McConnell is talking, people freak the fuck out. People really laugh and find it funny. Now, is it true that a lot of people also get annoyed at McConnell? Yes, but that's again why McConnell is there. His job is to divide the chat. That's why Asmongold has him in there. Because divided chats can oftentimes stick around for a hell of a lot longer. Because you're angry now. So you're watching and you're writing how angry you are. So it boosts engagement. I don't necessarily know if McConnell even believes in the shit that he says. I don't think he does. I think he's more like me, just pops in every now and then and says some stupid or interesting shit. It is possible. Hate watchers are still viewers. Hate watchers can oftentimes be incredible viewers. Look, there is no one more dedicated than hate watchers. No one. And until 100% he plays, what would it take to pressure Akko to play Cyberpunk? It wouldn't take much, but MMO, the issue with that is a lot of people don't want to see me play Cyberpunk. So I would take like a massive hit in views if I started playing Cyberpunk. But it wouldn't take much. I fucking love that game. I will easily play Cyberpunk on stream. Easy. But yeah, I do have to worry about my viewership. It's not easy in a bit, bro.
Or I want to do something and just frustrate myself. You also have someone says something you don't agree with makes your fan base walk on eggshells, they don't want to get banned. Well, that's because usually most people that disagree with me are stupid. On like most things.
Apocalypse.
Like there are very rarely, like this is my opinion. That
like Stolly is literally waiting for the Warhammer reactions. Let's watch Warhammer while Stolly is gone, shall we? He's literally here just to see the Warhammer reactions.
99% of the time, whenever I get feedback from people, they're fucking morons. They have no idea what they're talking about.
True.
It doesn't make
fucking
logical
true.
sense. And whenever you break it down, it's easily seen that way.
Yep. Because a lot of people don't know what the fuck streaming is all about. It's not their fault. Whenever I talk to lawyers, I also think I have all the fucking answers until I realize I know jack shit about being a lawyer. Right? Because if you're not a streamer, you know nothing about streaming. I don't come to your job and, tell you how to suck the cocks. I let you suck the cocks the way that you suck the cocks. The issue is that when you're a streamer, everyone thinks that they have the fucking answer. Like, you should just do this, bro. If you just do this, you'll have, like, so many more viewers. It's like, no, if I just do that, I'll have no viewers because I wouldn't be enjoying myself.
Disappointment triggered than I think. Yeah, I don't really care. Everybody criticize me as stupid, nice argument. Yep, that's right. That's right. That's what I do. Yep. It's that simple, man. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to fuck with it. I just like playing the game and doing what I like to do in stream. Like, that's it. There are people that disagree with me all the time. Like the person who said that, like, they're not getting banned.
Switzerland,
like,
who doesn't want cops?
Disagreeing with me doesn't get you banned. It's just the way that you do it. Stream has not changed at all. No, it's...
Dude, I just want to say, Asmongold said something there that is so fucking on point, and I wish people could understand this. It really isn't about disagreeing or agreeing with me. I don't mind if someone disagrees with me. In fact, I actually prefer when people disagree with me because it means I might learn something. Or maybe I'll teach someone something. But it is how. Like, if you come in and you're just instantly aggro, I'm of course not going to meet you with a level head. Like, if you're just instantly aggro, I'm going to meet you with aggression. And this is sort of where it really annoys me whenever someone... So we actually had this a while back. This was actually a long time ago. I say a while back, it's probably a year or so ago. So someone messages me on Discord complaining about Apocalypse. Right, they're complaining that Apocalypse muted them, or I think you kicked them from the server Apocalypse, and they're complaining. So we have on the Discord, we have a separate channel for all the mods where they screenshot what people have said before the mods will kick them from the Discord. So this person is complaining about Apocalypse. The screenshot of how they got kicked is them basically calling Apocalypse a cunt. Like, just being very aggro towards Apocalypse. And Apocalypse decided to kick the guy because after Apocalypse asked the guy to stop being a dickhead, the guy continued to be a dickhead. And the guy's like, I just disagreed with him. He can't take people disagreeing with him, so he just kicked me. And after seeing the messages from Apocalypse and from him, I was like, dude, is this you? Like, I literally just took the screenshot and I posted it to him and I was like, is this you? Never even replied again. I just left it. I think he didn't think that the mods actually screenshot like what you wrote before they kick you. So he just never fucking replied again. Just accepted, yeah, all right, fuck. But it really is. If you're going to approach someone being a dickhead, of course you're going to get kicked. Like, what the fuck? Of course you're not going to get them in their best mood. You started swinging first. I'm just swinging back, bro. Sometimes people are aggro because they think they are friends with you and it's a joke, but you don't know the guy, obviously, so it's weird. Big Man Snapper, that can also happen. Sometimes it is just sort of a difference in like, communication. Where someone might come into the stream, they'll say something that's obviously meant to be very lighthearted and a joke, but because I don't know them and because text really translates poorly, I immediately take offense to what they said because it seems like they're attacking me. And again, we did have this not long ago where I made a big deal out of people attacking me in the stream, and then those same people were like, dude, we're just joking around, man. We're just having fun. And then I look like a cunt, rightfully so. I look like a dick because I now complained about them having fun in the stream because I didn't pick up that they were just having fun in the stream. They weren't actually being malicious. So it does happen. It does happen quite often, actually.
It's been the same the whole time.
I want people to be comfortable here,
Listen,
Miko.
Perk,
I don't want
who's
people to
expected to
walk
play,
on
even though I
eggshells
really
around me. Like, I will tell you, I don't think we've banned... How many people have we ever banned in Twitch, Apocalypse? Do we even have people banned on Twitch? I don't even know where to check that. That's how, like, few people I think we have banned. I know you can see it. Yeah, it's not bots. I think it's 5 people, and every single one of like 5 or 6 people, and I think every single one of those people that we've banned are like people who came in writing like really racist shit, trying to get some reaction or some crap like that. I don't ban people easily. Like, you really have to be a dick for me to be like, yeah, fuck you. You're gone now.
I understand a perspective. Since you didn't have this staggered pace with Elden Ring or Lost Ark, I'm gonna react to Andy, so I'm all fine.
Clean, the rules, my rules for getting banned, the only things that will absolutely get you banned is racism, sexism, homophobia. Like, any racism, any sexism, any homophobia. And I don't give a fuck what you might think. If you say something racist against white people, black people, something homophobic, or, you know, something sexist, I don't give a fuck which sex it's directed at. I don't want that crap on my stream. I don't want to deal with it. This is not the place nor the time. So that gets you insta-banned from the channel. Everything else is really up for fucking debate. Like, everything is up for debate.
Well, I did really with Elden Ring. Like, I would play Elden...
We do allow one sort of, like, one prime bit of racism. Grandorius, just to answer your question here. You are allowed to be racist towards gnomes and goblins, and also Lalafels. Like, if you don't like Lalafels, gnomes, or goblins, that's perfectly fine. We celebrate you in this stream.
I would... Most of the time, I would stream for 6 to 7 or 8 hours before I even logged into Elden Ring. I remember this very clearly. Yeah, I did the exact same thing, and I didn't have Elden Ring viewers, like, mauling about it the whole time at all. Being left minority? Yeah. It's not something I want to deal with. I know he's gonna play this really Final Fantasy for us, legit want to play. Yeah, I know. I don't know when I'll play it. I think that I think more honest with the stream title will get him to shut up. No, because I disagree with that. Because I think that if I say I might play this or that, I'm not sure yet, and then people get mad because I do the one that they don't want, that's being unreasonable. I think it's being
I will usually do something like this. So if we go into my thing here, go into the title, laser reactions, Warhammer, gaming news, maybe Final Fantasy XIV question mark. I almost always put a question mark at some point, or I'll be like, maybe this, maybe that, because I don't fucking know, right? I don't know. I have no idea. We'll see what happens. It's very rare that I will promise something, because I can't promise something. There's no way for me to promise it. Rio, I can promise you one thing. I love your fucking money, bro. 13 months in a row. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Far too kind, brother. Far too kind. He's not answering the question that he could just change the stream title after picking a game. Serabot, true, but also a lot of times you forget. I will say this. So there's been times where I will I'll start, this has actually happened even with Final Fantasy, where I'll start playing Final Fantasy and I'll just completely forget to change the title. You know, I won't change the title. I won't even update the game genre that I'm in. I'll just keep playing, because you're not always thinking about that. I think a lot of people don't understand the mindset. You know, I'm in here, I'm trying to be entertaining, I'm trying to hang out, I'm reading your chat, I'm trying to have a conversation, but now I also have to think about all of the other things that happens, right? That all of the things that I should actually be doing that I can't do for whatever fucking reason. Echo even uses the VTuber attack because I'm a VTuber. Are you saying I'm not a VTuber? By what metric, sir? By what metric? I challenge you to find one thing in this stream that doesn't make me a VTuber. that is a legitimate thing to forget, but it's a professional thing. True. But then again, if streamers are professional, I am definitely not a streamer. And sometimes Twitch just does not update without a stream restart. That can also sometimes happen. You're definitely virtual. Exactly. I am the most animated and perfectly virtual character in the world. I'm actually a skinny guy. Like what you see, this is my avatar. I'm actually incredibly skinny. I'm well built. I have like a six-pack and shit in real life. But you guys should see this because I decided this is what it needs to look like. You're too active on screen and not cartoonish enough.
Completely unreasonable.
I should do a VTuber stream, bro.
That's it. Yeah, people point us out. Yeah, it's completely unreasonable at all. Someone's been around since last start. Y'all crazy? Yeah, it's just weird, man.
The beard is virtual.
More drama now compared to whenever you did have.
I don't have a beard in real life.
It's because I'm not playing only Final Fantasy. That's
Does
why.
that help, Grandorius?
Like whenever I was only playing Final Fantasy and Final Fantasy only,
yeah,
then
exactly.
it was no problem because
you're basically a fat guy trapped in a skinny body, but using AI for a fat avatar.
Upset.
Exactly, sweetheart.
But yeah, anyway, you gonna play the video game I want? I know, bro. Final Fantasy don't want to be here for anything except Final Fantasy. Want some arbitrary amount of time and gifts whenever you play the game? Yeah, I'm just not going to tolerate that at all. I'm not going to indulge. I'm not going to indulge that. It's annoying and weird. And so this is kind of like what's going to happen, I think. So
okay, let's hear this.
I know there are people who are unhappy about this. So here's what's going to happen. Is if you're mad about it, you're going to get banned. That's what's going to happen.
Easy.
I think that's the best way to handle it. And if people get pissed off or start complaining or whatever, they just get banned. And I'll keep doing what I want to do. And I'll keep playing Final Fantasy. And I'll play other stuff. And that's all there is to it. I don't like to be told what to do, what I should or should not do. I have no reason to do that. That's it.
I don't see anything wrong with his reaction here.
It's that easy, isn't it? Yeah. Final Fantasy, Fall Guys 1. Yeah. Have you considered one day a week of just Final Fantasy? No, I don't want to.
So, I've had this suggestion as well in my stream where people go, dude, why don't you just choose days in which you stream? And I even announced that we'll do days on which we do gameplay streams and stuff like that. But then what ends up happening is that day rolls around and I don't feel like fucking playing games. What am I supposed to do now? Like, I genuinely, I wake up and I go, I really don't want to fucking play video games now. So what? Am I now supposed to go online and force myself to play a video game because I promised this is the day that I'm going to play a video game? Who's going to watch? You will know if I'm playing a game that I don't want to play. You will know. How will you know? Because I won't enjoy myself. It will just be fucking horrible. So the best thing you can do is just play whatever the fuck you want, do whatever the fuck you want, and if people don't like it, they can leave. They can go do something else. And that's fine. You build your audience over time. I have decided, and this is something I decided actually a while back, and I kind of forgot it for a while, but I'm right back on it now. I will build my audience the way that I want to build it, which is do whatever the fuck I want, and if I find people that like what I like, we get more viewers. If I don't, we don't, and we stay the same. I'm not going to hunt for viewers. I'm not going to chase viewers because I don't think that works in the long run. Sure, I can keep playing Final Fantasy and I will eventually get to 600-700 viewers until I finish Final Fantasy Endwalker, and then all those viewers just go away. They go find someone new to react to. Or I just do whatever the fuck I want, play whatever the fuck I want, when I want, and eventually I might get to 600 viewers. Or maybe I never get to 600 viewers. Who knows? Maybe I never get any viewers. Maybe I always just stay at 100 viewers, and that's fine too. I'm still having fucking fun, and that is all that matters to me. Is am I having fun? Am I entertaining to my viewers? That's all I care about. It's all I care about is that those people that do enjoy watching me Are they actually having fun? You haven't cut your power, so no Patreon podcast. Yet this week I'm going to post a novel on Reddit comparing you to Heath Ledger, who was signed up to do movies but selfishly died and didn't do them. Jesus. Holy shit. Fucking truth. Pyro's view plummeted once he finished Endwalker plus other things. That's the issue. If you only go for viewers, your viewers will only stick around for as long as you do the thing that got them in the door in the first place. If you do what you want to do, you'll eventually find a community, because streaming is give and take. Streaming isn't a one-way thing. It's not TV. Okay? It's not TV. Nihilothotep, Tape. How you doing, bro? Thanks for the first time chat. Really appreciate that. Welcome to the channel, brother. I think the problem is that not that people want only FF, but the fact that he hyped it for months and said many times that he will do the expansion all in one go, and now people feel disappointed. I get the feeling disappointed part. Tilly, thanks for the follow. Really appreciate it. Welcome to the channel. Thank you. I get the feeling disappointed part, but we've sort of already discussed that, so we've already addressed that part of the conversation. For me, what was it? What were we talking about? Oh, streaming is a give and take. As a streamer, you put content out there, but a lot of that content is reliant on feedback from your community. You don't grow alone. That's the thing that people don't recognize about streaming. A lot of streamers don't get this either, just by the way. You'll often hear streamers going, yeah, I did this. I got to 1,000 viewers on my own. And it's like, no, you really didn't, though. You got to 1,000 viewers with your chat. Like, your chat was involved in getting those 1,000 viewers. How do I know this? Have you ever tuned into a stream with, let's say 50 people, but chat isn't moving at all? Like, there's just no one chatting. I did this the other day. I saw someone streaming a game. I don't know how they popped up on my feed, but they got into my feed, and I clicked on the feed and I went to go watch. They had like 55 viewers. For 5 minutes, chat isn't moving at all. Eventually, I feel so uncomfortable that I write, hey, how you doing? It takes almost 5 minutes for this person to respond to me going, hey, how you doing? 5 fucking minutes. I can't remember. It was some building game. I think that's how I saw it. I was on, like, I was looking up, like, city builder games, and I think that's where the stream popped up. Like, they were busy live streaming, and so I clicked on it. 5 minutes for them to say, hey, how you doing? In a stream that isn't moving at all. I felt so uncomfortable with being in the stream. Yes, there's 50 other people, but chat's doing nothing. There's just nothing going on there. That I ended up leaving. I was just like, never mind, I'll just go watch someone else because this is weird. Chat is such an integral part of Twitch because it is interactive. It's not like watching the TV. I can't hear you, but I can read everything you're saying, and I need you in order to play off you. I need you. Without you, there's nothing here. And it's not just your money. Sure, your money is fucking great, but your money is actually not the thing that I need most from you. What I need from you is to chat, to interact, to be here, to make noise, to disagree, to start conversations, because that is what new people see as they come into the stream, and they're like, holy shit, look at this. Oh my God, this is so busy. People seem to be having fun. It's a game that goes both ways, and everyone is important in playing it. And a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people don't understand that it's not just you. You're not the star of the show. You're one part of the show. The other part is your chat. And you need both parts in order to grow.
No, bro. Like, no, I don't want to. Stop trying to, like, backseat the stream.
I agree that.
Like,
I see what you mean there.
Stop it. It's so fucking... Jesus Christ.
What's happening? What just happened?
Oh my God. when time running about last week, should have played. We might not have time today. That would be nice. Guys, I'm not going to, listen, I'm not going to accommodate anybody who's going to try to tell me to like give them more information whenever I'm going to play the game. I will not accommodate any of this in even the slightest way. I think it is ridiculous, it is overbearing, it is annoying, and I will not do anything in that capacity whatsoever. At all. So I will continue.
You do not negotiate with terrorists, bro. That's fucking politics 101.
Doing exactly what I'm doing.
Exactly, Apocalypse.
And that's it. When's the next IRL video? I know I need to do that soon. And then Rich has got his show starting. I don't know when he's gonna go live. Probably just host him. Whenever he actually starts the show. Doesn't negotiate with stream terrorists? Yeah, exactly. It's that simple. Frustrated with a bunch of literal no-lifers? Well, it's unpleasant. It's a certain level of unpleasantry that I don't need to... Oh my god.
That went on? I thought that was the end of it. Wait, it's the same one. No breaches. We just rate this. They made another fucking post, bro. It's the longest post I've ever seen in my life. The not-so-beautiful irony is that in the 3 years I've been watching Asman, I know for a fact that he'd love the damn game if he... Oh my god. In the 5 years that I've been dating my girlfriend, I know she'll like anal. If she'll just let me stick it up her ass, she will fucking love it, but she won't let me do it. I don't know what to do, guys. I am out of options. How do I get my girlfriend to take it up the bum? What are you talking about? Like, how can you just decide this? Like, I've watched you for 3 years. I know you'll like this. I know you'll like this game if you just gave it a shot. No things first. The only time I write essays on Reddit is when I'm either trolling or shitposting. This person is not trolling. This person is fucking serious, dude. Making lists and everything. He goes, Spider, welcome back. It's slow and she doesn't look. Oh, shit.
It's just so weird, man. Like, holy fuck. Like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, can I just play the game? Like, it's a lot of people. I think it's less about people not liking you not playing Final Fantasy more. You doing mostly reacts. It does get eventually a bit meh. I don't think so. I think that I don't feel like I'm a very entertaining. Like, I do, but like I feel like I'm best doing like react content, and watching videos, and talking with chat. Like, that's what my strength is as a streamer. That's what I'm best at. So
people need to understand that streaming is as much about actually no. There are metas in streaming. Miragos, take care of yourself, brother. Thanks so much for hanging out, man. Twitch is all about metas. Now, the Twitch meta is like 2 or 3 metas behind YouTube. Do you guys remember when the React meta on YouTube was like everything? If you wanted to be a big YouTuber, you would just do like reaction videos. And reaction videos would just get millions upon millions of views. And then it sort of moved off, and you know, we're now in sort of like a Minecraft era. Like the meta now for YouTube is really Minecraft. Metas shift over time. The Twitch meta is now on reaction. Everyone loves reactions. It gets the most views. It gets the most interactions. And what's more, you can actually port that shit to YouTube and still get decent views off of that. So it's sort of like double dipping. You're following the meta in almost every single way. And I actually believe that just chatting and reactions is the future of Twitch. I don't think gameplay streams is going to be the future. I think it was a nice niche, but there's only so many times you can watch someone play a video game. I actually believe that the future of Twitch is gameplay and reaction streams, just chatting streams, because that's what people want. It is interactive entertainment. It's about hanging out with your favorite streamer and being able to talk to them. That's what I think the future is. And a lot of people might not agree with it, but mark my words. Within the next 2 or 3 years, I think a lot of the gameplay streams on Twitch is going to die. They're just not going to be around for long because, for the most part, 98% of all gameplay streams on Twitch are boring as fuck. They're just boring. They're not fun to watch. Gameplay streams are more discoverable on YouTube anyway. It makes me sad, but I think you're right. It shouldn't make you sad because there is something remarkable, I think, about just chatting streams specifically. I love it. I love doing just chatting streams.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with this. No shot. That. You just...
Nigga Spider, that's exactly it. Like, the thing with the meta as I see it for Twitch, the big brain meta, is going to be 90% just chatting. And then whenever there's a big launch for a game, everyone will be on it. They'll play the launch maybe a couple of days after, and then they'll stop and go back to just chatting. And that's sort of going to be the meta for a while. I think the long-term meta, though, is going to be more professional. If you look, for example, to Ludwig, those of you that don't know who Ludwig is, he's like a very big Twitch streamer that recently went over to YouTube, where he spends like a fuck ton of money and resources doing all manner of crap on his streams. Like, he will do these streams where, the perfect steak, and then he'll cook steak in different ways. Or he does these streams where chat gets to line up a paintball gun, literally using arrows and stuff on stream, and they line up the paintball gun and try and shoot him with the paintball gun. I feel like that's the long-term future of Twitch. Is that more highly edited or like high production value streams where it might be fewer streams per week from an individual streamer, but when that stream is on, it's like an event. It's like something that happens and everyone needs to be watching. That, I think, is going to be the real future, but it's still a whiles away. We're still quite a while away from actually getting there. If I had a boxing match the other day, broke viewership records, was like 3.6 million live or something. Karya, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Boxing matches, wrestling matches. That I think is the real meta. And you could already see it, right? With the Among Us streams. You guys remember the Among Us streams? Those were events. Those events where all of the streamers would get together and they would play Among Us against one another, and chats would just be overjoyed at these streamers playing Among Us against each other because it's an event. It's something that you so rarely see, your favorite streamers facing off against one another in the same game. I feel like that's the new meta, and it's going to happen at some point. We're not there yet, but we are moving there. Balls and Pussy is content for this post. I like that, Switzerland play.
Oh my fucking god.
They did exactly.
What is this? Like... Oh my god. It's not just funny to me, it's just censorship. It's absolutely censorship. There, in every capacity, it's censorship.
Yeah,
it's complete censorship. Yes, you're absolutely right. There's not. This isn't like a. I'm not hiding it. It's annoying to me. I don't like it.
Yeah, but you don't have a right to free speech in someone else's Twitch channel.
Often, I don't know.
If you want free speech, make your own fucking
here.
Twitch channel.
I've been. If people get mad about it, be all for the better. Yeah, I'll be all right, man. I don't you care that much. I don't know. I have no idea. I just like
Asmongold genuinely seems a little defeated by this. Like, I don't know about you guys,
really
but
just something, man. He made Lucy
just
Pyre's
watching
day.
This, he seems a little defeated by this.
I actually thought that she was really funny. Like, I very rarely say that anybody's actually funny on Twitch. That's the truth. I very rarely say that. But yeah, I thought that she was really funny and she was great. Try to ignore the latter side of Final Fantasy fandom. Listen, guys, I just want to play the game. Maybe I'll play it tomorrow. Maybe I'll play it on the weekend. I mean, I guess
he's just poking the bear right now. Let's see. That I don't have it in me to. I can't watch another video. Like this is a long ass fucking. This is a long ass response. Like a long ass thing. You're being a general you term, not saying you. Spewful. Freedom of speech just protects you from the government retaliation. You're still very much responsible for the filth you spew to other people. Well, first of all, Walrus, I don't necessarily think that freedom of speech. Like I personally on my streams, I don't restrict people's freedom of speech, or I try not to. But at the end of the day, you don't actually have the right to free speech because I'm not beholden to you to grant you free speech. So yeah, I don't see any issue with it. I'm allowed to control my own chat, and if people are saying things that I don't want to fucking see, then I just don't have to show it, right? But yeah, just to end this, I'm not going to watch this. I'm not going Final Fantasy. I think I've gotten the idea 100%. Monday off, Tuesday, so Sunday or Tuesday on my bet. Still no beta invite for the second Overwatch 2 PvP last time. I already had it. That's exactly what I'm saying, yes. Anyways, I'm not going to react to this any longer because I think I've gotten the idea of what Asmongold is going through. I just wanted an explanation for what had happened, what the drama with Asmongold was. Hopefully people can grow the fuck up and get over this because it really doesn't matter. Like, it really doesn't matter. Just let people play whatever the fuck they want to play. Share the apology with me. If you're not subbed to the channel, just share it on Discord quickly. Like, show me his apology. Thank God I didn't want to say it myself, but this topic has been chewed up by this point. Dude, it's content. Want to see the McConnell clip? It's funny and only a minute long. Yeah, show me. Just started swiping on Tinder instead of listening, not gonna lie. Anyone interesting on Tinder? Did you find anyone worth entertaining on Tinder? This is an Overwatch beta is a cash grab from Blizzard using disgusting FOMO tactics. Max, I agree with you there. I think, yeah. I mean, it is people just losing their shit. Because people can lose their shit. We live in an era of absolute entitlement. Everyone is so goddamn entitled that they think that if you don't do exactly what I fucking want, then fuck you. You better give me what I want. Otherwise, I'm going to start shit for you. It's annoying. It's annoying to say the very fucking least, because guess what, ladies and gentlemen? You are owed, in this world, absolutely fuck all. The only thing you can bank on, and it's not even guaranteed, but you can kind of bank on it, is that you have the right to breathe. That could also be taken away from you by someone that shoots you. So you don't even necessarily have that right. We just sort of say that we won't just shoot you for no reason, or at least we'll try not to. But nothing is owed to you. You either work for what you want or you don't fucking have it. It's as simple as that. But we don't live in that world. We live in a world where if you don't give it to me, I'll just scream and yell until I get it. Because people have stopped growing up. Like, people are so fucking entitled that they believe everything should just be handed to them. I should have asked if posting a link was fine first. Toshikan, the Twitch bot takes out people that isn't subbed just to protect people from spam from like bots coming in and just spamming a bunch of shit. So if you want to link something, you can link that on Discord. Is it a better place to ask you a bit of a longer Warcraft lore question? Switzerland, yes, there's a Q&A section on Discord that you can ask questions in, as in link to your mod. I'm just waiting if one of the mods are actually available right now, so we'll check in a minute. But yes, you can ask it in the Q&A section, and I will get to it during the Q&A video on Monday. So we do a Q&A live stream on Mondays over on YouTube, and you can on Discord you can link it in content suggestions. So let's see this. I'm sorry.
Step back for a second and let me apologize to you guys. Yesterday, I broke one of the most cardinal rules that I've had for myself with streaming and doing content, is that I got personally invested into something that happened. I was actually upset about what happened with the Final Fantasy stuff, and I let that control me a little bit. I'm sorry. I will continue playing the game. I will. And I will do it whenever I want. And what people say, or the way that they say it, will have no impact on what happens. No one promises you're going to do what you're going to do. Yes, I am. And I apologize that I got upset or stressed out about that. I don't want to do that ever again. And I try to avoid that as much as I can. I don't like any sort of stress or anything even similar to that. So just keep that in mind, guys.
I love that. I love the apology. The apology hits home. It's nice. It's heartfelt. I give it a 9 out of 10 as far as YouTube apologies go. 9 out of 10. Easy. One of the best apologies we've seen on YouTube so far. Just because it doesn't actually apologize to people and give them what they want. It simply says that, hey, I shouldn't have taken this seriously. I should have just done whatever the fuck I want to do. Which is obviously the best way to do it. You shouldn't apologize to terrorists, because if Asmongold came out and actually apologized and said, I will never act that way again and I won't ban people, they would have just taken that as a sign of weakness and they would have gone even fucking harder. So, yeah, it's almost always better to just not apologize. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. It's a nice way to end the Asmongold drama section of the stream, Karia, so I appreciate that. Didn't start with hand on eyes, didn't adjust the camera, didn't fake cry. 10 out of 10. True. I mean, I would have liked if he started by adjusting the camera by hand, because that's really the mark of a true apology. You know, you have to sit down and you kind of have to, you kind of have to do this, where you're not actually doing anything, because everyone can see your hand is on the camera, and who the fuck, like, no one does that, right? But you kind of have to do that just to make it look a little bit more real, and then you sit down and you always start with a bit of a look down. You don't want to start looking at the camera. Start with a bit of a look down, and then you give that stunning model look, right? Now you're making eye contact with your audience so that you can see, they need to see that you're vulnerable in this moment, right? You're there for them. And you want to deeply apologize for what you had done. But it's very important that you get that right. What year was it when YouTube apologies was the meta? I think it was like probably 2016, 2017. I think 2015 was a little bit early. Probably like around 2016, 2017. Apply some eye drops too. Hey, if you can't fake crying, yeah, eye drops will be good. But there was some bad YouTube apologies a while back. I remember watching those and really not enjoying the fuck out of that. All right, let's see what's in content suggestions. Digit, you actually Digit, what the fuck? Digit Mark in content suggestions, he shared 1 hour of 1980s TV commercials. 1 fucking hour of 1980s TV commercials. Digit, what the fuck? Why would I react to that? Like, what in the fuck makes you think that I'm going to react to that? An hour of adverts? Why? Like, why? Yeah, that's like easy 8 hours of content. No, the main reason I'm not going to react to that is because I can't. That will almost definitely be like copyright. I think this is you, Cyanmark 9K on Discord. Pretty sure this is you. Yeah, it is you. That will almost definitely be just immediate fuck me. Okay, let's see. What game is this?
This game is such a mess, it's such a mess, and I want to apologize for making so many videos on this game ever since it was revealed like 9 or 10 months ago, maybe even a year ago. Ever since its gameplay reveal, I was really excited for it, but months and months have passed now. It appeared at other events, like other IGN events, and we now know, I think we know, everyone knows that this game is fake. It is absolutely fake, there's no doubt about it. First off, every single gameplay that we saw from this game looks like a cinematic. It doesn't look real at all. Every single gameplay, they never shared some unedited gameplay or I don't know, some 1 hour gameplay of the day before. It's all just a trailer or gameplay that looks like a cinematic.
So this is called The Day Before, I think, and it was supposed to be what I can only imagine is some sort of survival game.
It's like all these developers did for the day before is work on these cinematic trailers, and that's all they did. And second, these developers working on this game, well, the last game they made is called Dead Dozen, and this game is absolute trash. It was abandoned, and I don't know, it was some kind of...
I mean, it looks pretty good. If this was actually a fucking... If this was actually a game, this looks pretty decent. Right?
A symmetrical game, 4 versus 1 players, and it really was trash. And compared to the day before, this is like day and night, and they cannot make something like the day before because these developers, they just seem really unprofessional. The third reason is they keep delaying this game over and over, and they always give some random reasons to it. The latest reasons of the delay, it was delayed to 2023, like March 2023, and they said it was because they're switching to Unreal Engine 5, which switching to Unreal Engine 5 takes some days, not some months and months. And right now, that is one of the main reasons why people have already given up on this game. I already gave up on this game months ago because just the gameplay, it looks absolutely fake, but this was the last straw for the day before developers. But we're not even finished yet, because today the developers shared a video and an announcement that is really weird, and that confirms to me, it confirms the game is fake and will never release, or if it will release, it will not beat the...
I don't know if this is cinematic, because if this was a cinematic, why is the aim so shit? The disco option, if you're on Unreal Engine 4, switching to Unreal Engine 5 is actually stupidly easy. It's actually one of the perks of being on Unreal. It's why so many companies are now starting to make their games in Unreal, because Unreal have gone to great lengths to allow people to switch. So whenever Unreal 6 comes out, people who are making their games in Unreal Engine 5 will be able to just easily switch to Unreal Engine 6 and just continue making their game with now all the new tools that they have available with Unreal Engine 6. So it is actually, it's easier. I think days is a little bit of an oversell. I think he is actually, like, probably it takes a month or so, like maybe a month or two. It wouldn't take like a year to switch from Unreal Engine 4 to Unreal Engine 5, but you're still probably going to need a couple of months because there might be some clashes, there might be certain things that isn't right, but overall, it is not that hard. Now, if they were making this game on Unity, for example, and then said they're going to switch to Unreal Engine 5, that's a whole different story. There, you're looking at probably a delay of anywhere from a year, 2 years, maybe even 3 years, because you're effectively going to remake your entire fucking game.
The game that we think it is.
Whatever you do in life, you do it willingly or unwillingly. If you do it willingly, it becomes a heaven. If you do it unwillingly, it becomes a hell. Fantastic culture is based on the idea of volunteering. Being a volunteer means that you willingly take part in working for a common cause.
The idea of volunteering comes from our own experience and aspiration, or in other words, to become a person who says yes to life.
Let me make this clear for you guys. The developer...
Fuck. Just gonna take care of yourself, brother. Are those the developers?
Of the day before are looking for random people on the internet to work on their game. That is the announcement they made in clear.
Jet lag. Thank you so much for the Prime Tip. I really appreciate that. 3 months in a row. Thank you. Keep the content coming, dude. Do you have plans to be looking at Ashes of Creation and Baldur's Gate 3 at all in the future? Jetlag, you fucking bet your ass. I'm going to be playing this shit out of both of those.
words. They want other people, not from their studio, to work on the day before and add gameplay features and new stuff in general. Guys, we're talking about the most wishlisted game on Steam right now, and they've tricked so many people into thinking this was an actual real game. I would say IGN on YouTube helped them get this far because they exclusively shared their gameplay trailers on their channel. They clearly didn't know it was fake, but that did not help at all. The studio will now be using volunteers who are paid with participation certificates and free codes, or just nothing at all. There will be both unpaid volunteers working on the game's translation, the community management, and tons of gameplay features if they want to, and we have paid volunteers who will work on the actual game, creating gameplay features, environments, and so on. Dude,
that's not how you make a game. Like, you're just gonna get a bunch of volunteers to make your game for you? That's not how it works. You need people to work together. You need some kind of director that decides where things go. This game is just gonna, if it ever launches, it's gonna be a mess.
These volunteers will be added to the Fantastic team, but let me get this straight. Right now, they're asking for random people on the internet to create the game themselves. Not only that, but there will be limited spots for paid volunteers, and the majority of volunteers will be unpaid. They'll just receive cool rewards, participation certificates, and random stuff like that. Fantastic's culture is based on the idea of volunteering, says the studio's official website. This means that every Fantastic member is a volunteer. However, some developers are more volunteers than others. Full-time volunteers are paid a salary, while part-time volunteers who work on the translation and the community moderating and such are paid in participation certificates and game codes. However, the studio also encouraged these unpaid workers to offer unique skills to improve their projects or create new special features, says the game website again. How can you have volunteers that you don't know about and can't communicate with from the internet work on a massive MMO open world survival game like this? This just straight up confirmed this game never even existed in the first place. With everything that I've pointed out in the past, this proof the day before is nothing more than a dream that will never.
Dude, if this was an actual game, they would have made a fucking killing. Because it does look good, you know? I like the concept of it. I like the idea of it. It would have made a killing if they actually just made the fucking game. But the other reason why I would actually immediately call this fake is this level of detail, the level of graphics that you see here. This is AAA level of graphics, right? This is what you get when you're a AAA company and you have the ability to make something look this way. Very few indie companies can do this. This is why most indie games opt for things like 8-bit graphics. They go for low poly graphics, because to make something look like this, you need a lot of time and a lot of resources. Because you need artists basically sitting here designing all of this. You need the engine optimization team to be on point. You need millions of dollars in order to make something look this way. Very few indie companies could ever fucking do this. It could just be a collection of pre-made Unreal assets from a library. Yeah, but then it's still not a game. Right? That would still not be a game. That's just... I have no doubt that this is just a collection of assets from somewhere. Right? I have no doubt about that. The thing is, if an indie company can do something like this, I highly doubt that. Highly doubt it.
Release. It's not even a scam because they're not asking for any money, which is weird. It's just a game they cannot undertake at all. They gave the excuse of the delay with the switch to Unreal Engine 5, but we all know this is because they have nothing in their hands here. Anyway, I'm done with the day before, and make sure you guys let me know your thoughts.
That is actually weird though, right? They're not asking for money. They're not charging anyone anything. Could there be something deeper here? Like, maybe they were hoping for a production deal. Maybe they were hoping if they show this off, like if they show off this, they would get some production company interested, or even a publisher interested, and the publisher would give them the money for them to actually put the team together and start doing it. Are they trying to take credit for others' work down the road? Well, they're basically working on what they call a volunteer system. They want volunteers to start working for the company and make the game. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know what this scam is. They didn't get money. They clearly didn't ask for any money. So what the fuck are they doing then? What's the point here? Unless, of course, the scam is even bigger. Because here's the thing. They could go to GoFundMe. Or what's the other company that a lot of gaming companies use? Like, a lot of new games will go to... what's it called again? It's not GoFundMe. Fuck, chat. What's the... There's a specific website that games go to in order to get funding. Kickstarter. Thank you. Yes, Switzerland. They could have gone to Kickstarter. Most games on Kickstarter will usually... Most games will usually get anywhere from $20,000 to maybe $30,000. Maybe if they're lucky, like $100,000 to $200,000. It's very rare that you will get a game to kickstart to millions of dollars, right? You're not going to get a Kickstarter game easy at 10 million or something like that. That's going to be very rare. But if you could land a major publisher, like if a huge publisher came to you and they were like, let's say EA came to you and like, dude, we want to publish this game. How much money do you need to make it? That's where you could score. Like, that's where you could go, right, let's go, 15 million. And that's huge money, right? That's like a crap ton of cash. That's most likely what they were shooting for, was trying to get a publisher to get into some publishing deal and then get that cash and you know, fucking run away with it or some shit. Although that's even more risky because now you're risking the ire of a giant publisher. Kickstarter isn't doing too well for games anymore, mostly board games. Yeah, I mean, I think most people have realized that Kickstarter is a massive fucking scam because most people scam on there. That's the issue with the human race. Kickstarter as an idea sounds fucking brilliant. Kickstarter in real life, a dumpster fire. Humans. Always fucking humans, bro. Oh my god. This is sad actually to think that this is never going to be an actual game. It's kind of sad. See here. What else did people suggest we watch? All right, we're about to. For all the thirsty boys in chat, this is anime. This is anime goals doing e-goal stuff. So if you're a thirsty boy, now would be the time to excuse yourself to go to somewhere private because you're obviously going to enjoy this. Lucy Pyre, everyone.
It's all around us. It's in the air we breathe, the water we drink, and even the McNuggies we eat. It is inescapable. Every day I wake up and fight this internal battle with myself. Because being an anime girl, now that's really cringe. But how bad is it to be cringe? And if it's truly evil, how do we stop doing it? How do we cure this cringe illness that's poisoning the modern world? Well, the short answer is, you don't. Hello, my name is Lucy, and welcome to the first meeting of Cringe Chads Anonymous. The first step is
So I have a question. Do you guys think do you think Lucy Pyre is ironically a VTuber or unironically a VTuber? If we do survive long enough to invent interstellar travel, we will be the evil race all others fear. Imagine that is the truth, Cask. Imagine that is actually how it works. Ironically, unironic. No, it's so watching a lot of Lucy Pyre's videos, because I do actually love Lucy Pyre's content. Watching her videos, she is a VTuber, but more often than not, her videos has an undertone of critique against the cringe culture, against the anime weeb ego culture. Which is why I asked the question, is she ironically or unironically a VTuber? Just under an hour until AOC live stream. Yeah, my power's going out, so I'm probably not even going to be able to fucking watch that.
Admitting that you yourself are cringe. I know. Feel free to pause the video if you need to. It's a lot to take in all at once.
I've never seen that.
Why you're cringe. Please enjoy this Venn diagram, which is actually just a definition that I came up with on the spot. Why the diagram? Because it makes me look more credible, and it's so distracting that you'll forget I have no doctorate. Anyway, check it. Cringe is a word you use when you don't like something and you want other people to feel ashamed for liking it. To put this in boomer terms, this is the new and upgraded version of the 2006 That's So Gay. And because there is nothing that every single person likes and approves of, that means we are all someone's person.
I miss the phrase "that's gay, bro." I miss it. Why did we stop saying that? I don't know why we stopped saying that. I remember being in school and fucking everything was so gay. Eventually everything was gay because everything you do would be gay to someone. I think it was cool. It's called turning 20 and then realizing how cringe you were when you were a teenage weeb, but you still like anime to your horror because you don't know how homophobic you're. Is it homophobic to say that's so gay? I don't think it is. You're not hating on gay people. You're not saying anything anti-gay. I don't see how that would be homophobia in any way, shape, or form.
Personal brand of insufferable cringe content. So unfortunately, I will have to diagnose you with cringe, and sadly, it's incurable. See, there's something within all of us that can be labeled as cringe. Maybe you like D&D and cosplay, or you're a furry who just can't let Lucario go. You could have a sense of fashion that's extremely outdated. Maybe you make videos on the internet where you pretend to be an anime girl and let everyone know how stupid you really are. I mean,
pretend to be an anime girl. There it is, boys. There it is. She pretends to be an anime girl and she's getting rich because you fucking simps can't help yourselves.
I can't relate because I'm a real anime girl, but who am I to judge, right? The point is, all of those things are cringe to someone out there. And even if you're a normie with less cultured interests...
Dude, I found out the other day, no fucking copper. You know, a lot of those like top OnlyFans girls, like the top anime girls, not anime girls, OnlyFans girls. Do you guys know that they actually hire people to respond to DMs? Like they don't respond to their own DMs because there's too many DMs, like thousands of DMs, and most of them have respond to every DM apparently as one of their I guess what you call perks or some shit like that. So they actually, there was an article about this. There's companies now which will respond to the DMs on your behalf for like a fee. So you sign up for this subscription service and this company basically does all your DMs for you. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, guys are absolutely helpless when it comes to this shit. Then getting DDoS right now? Really? Dude, can you imagine the cesspool that are OnlyFans DMs? I can only imagine. It's actually an online business process, outsourcing gig here in Southeast Asia. There you go. Easy. And all of the fucking simps are giving money because they think they're talking to their favorite fucking OnlyFans girl. So whenever he's going, oh my God, will you suck my cock? And she's going, oh my God, I can't wait to have your cock in my mouth. He's going, oh my God, she wants to suck my cock, guys. It's really, and meanwhile, it's like an overweight fucking middle-aged guy just writing crap back. You know, just writing whatever the fuck you're writing, kind of responding to it. So you officially say it's okay to say here that's gay? I'm not officially saying it. I'm asking why did we stop? It's an outdated term now, so why the fuck would you still say it? But in my opinion, it's not like, I can see when people say it's like problematic, but just because something's problematic doesn't make it wrong. It just means it's problematic. Someone's going to have a fucking problem with it. It was more a question than it is sort of like, let's go around and do things, you know, let's go around and say shit. I don't know, because I'm not in that community, so obviously I wouldn't know. If there's a gay guy here that wants to explain it, I'd be more than happy to listen, but in my opinion, I don't see why that would be an issue. It's the thought that matters. Feinster, how you doing, brother? A lot of people quit after a month. Too many dick pics. Jesus. Oh my god.
You're not safe from the cringe hammer. So much TikTok content triggers secondhand embarrassment in even the strongest of internet soldiers. And I...
Dude, wait. This guy is doing... Hold on. Is that a cold sore? Pretty sure that's a fucking cold sore. The dude has a cold sore and he's trying to look sexy. Like, he didn't even have the time to just put a little bit of fucking makeup or something on to hide the cold sore.
Cringe hammer.
Just look at that. Cold sore. Like, right there. Right there on the lip.
Content triggers secondhand embarrassment in even the strongest of internet soldiers. And I am guilty as charged. I mean, this is a lot even for me. There is no escape. But don't despair, because that's the beauty of it. Everyone has some amount of cringe, and if everyone has cringe, then rather than bottling it up and hating yourself because of who you are and what you enjoy, you should own it. That's right, baby. Go ahead. Write that smutty sci-fi novel. Purchase that blanket with the Zootopia bunny on it. Sing that Queen song that's way too high for you. Wear a horrible cosplay of Goku into a local convention. Enjoy TV shows and books that everyone else makes fun of because it's the popular thing to do. Love the things that you love, and don't
Wait a second. Why is Twilight in there? Twilight is a good film, bro. Like, let's not fucking start saying Twilight is the same as watching anime. I will not have that shit. Twilight is a good film. I don't care what anyone says. It's a good movie. Is it great? Is it Oscar-winning performances? No. But a lot of the shit that I watch is an Oscar-level performances. It's still fucking good.
Because Chad and Stacy think it's weird. Chad is still running a wildly unsuccessful alpha male podcast while his mom cooks him macaroni and cheese. And Stacy posts Taylor Swift lyrics on Facebook every time her boyfriend picks the wrong place for dinner that night. Do you really want to take advice from them? Of all people, I will caution you on one thing. Because cringe is often used as a catch-all term for anything bad, it will often be used to talk about things that are, legitimately, not good. Some examples include stalking, harassment, or extreme violence. But to determine whether your cringe is pure or tainted, all you have to ask yourself is one small yet powerful question. Am I hurting anyone by doing what I'm doing? And if you think about that and the answer is no, then who the duck cares? To be honest with you, I used to be crippled by this whole cringe thing, and I mean it was bad. I kept to myself and I never spoke, not even to other people online. I never went all the way and created the things that I wanted because that inner critic couldn't stand to look at what I had made. And I'm willing to bet there's a voice just like that inside of many others that tells them not to put themselves out there or to give up on their passions because it's not good enough.
I can't not imagine this is a dude. Dude, the voice changer on this would have to be incredible in order to hide a dude's voice here. Diamonds are super hard though, so Underworld is good too. They just made too many of them. I love Underworld. I loved Underworld. 30 Days of Night, also a pretty decent film. Very fun to watch. I'm just saying, Twilight wasn't a bad movie. It wasn't the best vampire movie in the world. I'm not sitting here going, oh my god, it's better than Dracula. The old one, not the new one. But it was good. It was a fun fucking movie to watch. And I will not have anyone say anything fucking differently. Van Helsing was also a fun movie to watch. Vampire Diaries, brilliant series. Is it the best series I've ever watched? No. But I did enjoy watching it. All of it. Originals, enjoyed that too.
Y'all cringe when they see children enjoying themselves on Fortnite or Five Nights at Freddy's because seeing people have fun without being ashamed of themselves is a completely foreign idea to them. They watch cringe compilations because watching other people get made fun of makes them feel slightly better about their own lives. And don't get me wrong, I'm not insulting them for it because hell, that was me not that long ago, and that's exactly why I do this.
Swanky Tiger,
I try not
plot.
to censor myself too much.
It wouldn't have worked otherwise.
Cringy thing that comes to mind, and I leave it in the script even if it hurts my soul. Because if being my cringy self is enough to convince just one person to put themselves out there, to pick back up the pen, or the instrument, or the sport, or the game, whatever it is that makes them feel joy and relief in this oftentimes chaotic world, then making my stupid videos will have been worth it. Calling yourself cringe isn't exactly self-hatred. It's not an insult either. It's honesty and self-awareness. It's saying, yes, maybe I am making weird, irredeemable garbage. But guess what? There's a raccoon somewhere out there that would love to coat themselves in every bit of my leaking sewage, you villain. And no amount of calling it cringe or embarrassing can take that away from
Jesus,
us.
this
Kill
is so...
not the
This
part
is
of
so
you that
weird to
cringe.
watch, actually.
Kill the part of you that cringes. Now, if you'll excuse me, Coconut and I have some, business to get down to.
Of course. How many guys do you think just die because of Lucy Pyre? Because the thing is, right, you're watching the avatar that she uses, her voice, and I guarantee you there's a bunch of guys that wish that Lucy Pyre was their girlfriend. Blade was also pretty good. If you want to watch gay vampires, there are better movies than Twilight. Vampire: The Vampire Chronicles is fantastic. I still like Twilight, bro. This is why I don't think weeb is an insult, but point that out, and a lot of weebs get defensive. I haven't watched the other one when McConnell is in. I didn't like that they were vegetarian vampires. Like, I definitely attack people and not animals if I was a vamp. Final Fantasy players need help is very cringe. It's great. I wish Lucy Pyre would drink my blood. Jesus. All right. All right. Wait, what's this? You guys are saying this is good.
Coomer, don't even try to deny it, because if you're a Final Fantasy XIV player, that means you're one of us, baby. And boy, are we down bad abominable. I mean, we ruin everything we touch. Can't get a cute new feature for a beloved character without everyone trying to cuck her husband. The wholesome to graphic fan art ratio is shockingly equal. And God forbid you're interested in what kind of mods people make for this game, because if you take just one look, your eyes and heart will never be the same. Absolutely nothing is sacred in your minds. Cute catgirl character? Yes, of course we shrimp. But old grandma character with a scoliosis spine? Whoa! What an absolute gilf, am I right? Final Fantasy XIV players know where they draw the line, and it's right in the middle of fucking nowhere. Nothing is off limits to you. Big dragon? Damn, I hope he vores me. Aura? Hey, do you have skills
God,
down,
dude, what the
down there? Disgusting, I tell you. I can't even imagine being that lewd. But it got me thinking, why is that? Why are we so much worse than other fandoms out there? Compare us to WoW. Man, are these racists dry. I'd rather pull up an incognito tab of a stale piece of bread than whatever this is. But at least WoW players have standards. These Coomerless races, it's a war strategy. A pro gamer move. It's so they can filter out any potential Final Fantasy XIV players and send them down the line. After all, they don't want a player base full of people who have to play one-handed. They value function over form. Whereas literally every single 14 race was created under this one rule. Make it appeal to some kind of Coomer out there in the world. And God did they succeed. And no, there are no exceptions. Do not try to use male row as a counterexample. I've had several people personally tell me that they receive lewd tells as a male row. These tells are definitely real and not at all made up, by the way. Even Hrothgar or Furry Bait and Lalafels are for the game itself wants Coomers. It invites these people in. I made an entire
Mamo, I would disagree with you just because a lot of the quote-unquote lewd stuff that happened within Final Fantasy, and I've had the opportunity to speak to some of the people that sort of exist on the lewd side of Final Fantasy, a lot of the seriously lewd stuff happens on Discords and also in very much private, where World of Warcraft's lewd stuff is more often than not very much online. You know, people do shit online. And I think one of the big reasons is the Final Fantasy community tends to put their lewd stuff right in the game. So they have mods that make characters naked, and then they'll take pictures of their characters naked. doing all manner of stuff, and they'll edit the shit because they literally have mods that can edit you into any position and however you want it, with or without clothes. So that's sort of the loot side of Final Fantasy, and I don't think it's something that people actually know about because it doesn't actually exist everywhere. You have to be in those Discords in order to know that it's there. Whereas in WoW, it's a lot more, I guess, mainstream. And yeah, I know it's not actually allowed. They're not actually allowed to do that, but it doesn't mean that they're not doing it. They just don't say that they're not doing it. It is pornography, Pathlin, but in Final Fantasy, porn is just the Saturday night.
Entire video about how the developers themselves are lost in Coomer sauce. But we managed to go even beyond that. Why? The absolute fuck did you show Asmongold about ERP in this game? Is nothing sacred to you? You wanted to show that innocent little man how you write loot shit for virtual currency? I mean, kinda based, but you can't just go sharing our degeneracy willy-nilly. Asmon-chan is innocent. Pure. Look at that beer. The only secrets it holds is the secret to peace and happiness. Fuck. How dare you corrupt his mind like this? You should have known he would do it too. Because he's a React Andy that loves YouTube money. In the animal kingdom, we call this...
Oh, there you go. Wow, she's going after Asmongold. Easy. But you guys heard it on Lucy Pyra's video. Asmongold is an innocent little child.
Symbiosis. But I know for a fact that you're all parasites spreading your degenerate disease far and wide. The question becomes, how do I fix you? How can I save you from this disease? And I know you're probably saying, Lucy, if anyone in the 14 community is gonna purge this sickness, it's sure as shit not gonna be you. And in return I say, touche my friend, but I'm an anime girl with a main character of an idle anime syndrome, so guess who's gonna try? So I decided to start a Final Fantasy XIV Kuma rehab. Don't worry, I thought it over, and despite my own nature, I'm definitely the best pick for the job, and I will prove it to you right now. Welcome to rehab. As you may know, the first step is admitting you have a problem. Common sense might lead you to think, there's nothing wrong with me. It's okay to be a degenerate. I don't bother other people with it, and this thought process is correct. But where's the fun, the drama, the character development in that? Be honest with yourself. You're watching a
Lucy Pyra's videos.
Would a normal person do that? Of course.
What's interesting about her videos is it's actual comedy in that she toes the line between reality and making it funny very well. Even if you hate the weeb culture and anime girls and shit like that, you can't deny that her videos are fucking fantastic. I know people that ERP for Gil and they use those things. Hey, if it makes you happy and it makes you enjoy the game more, then fucking go for it, you know? I don't really care to judge shit like that.
It's not. Only alphas and chads watch my content, and it's time to beta ourselves down to fit better into society. Now, let's get started. The #1 cure. It works 99% of the time, most of the time. Just go join a random party finder group for any extreme or savage content. Bonus points if it says no salt or clear for a friend. Oh, you'll never want sex again after one of those. 2. You can run the vault to purge that sickness, you filthy rat. Keep doing this until you no longer know what Rule 34 means or you uninstall the game. Either way, I will have won. 3. Invest in a modest glamour. For example, if you're a tank, it's harder to shrimp for your cat girl if she's decked out in full armor. But, you know, it does make you curious about what could be hiding underneath all of that. Wait, fuck, scratch this one. Never mind. 4. Don't do the main story quest. Just a general recommendation because it'll force you to meet this, this, and this. And these two, if that's your preference. I just realized it's really counterproductive for me to show you pictures of the characters. That's almost just as bad as... Anyway, if you've already cleared the story, there's no other choice. You'll have to resort to #5, the final step, the ultimate solution. This is where we pull out the big guns, but it's the most foolproof plan so far. I've made you the strongest resource known to mankind, and it's called the Yoshi P Wallpaper of Shame. It's easy to use. The design is very human. I've made it just for you, and it's freely available on Twitter, my child. What did I tell you? I would do anything to cure you of this illness. Just make this your wallpaper, and every
Final Fantasy players really do put a lot of onus on Yoshi P. So if Yoshi P doesn't like something that Final Fantasy players do, it usually means that they will at least curb it a little, or at least pay some attention to him. Exactly what game is this? I must have missed it when fixing lunch. Oh, this is Final Fantasy.
Time you have a thought that would make Crystal Mommy sad, look into his disapproving fatherly gaze. He is disappointed in you, disappointed in us all. You can practically see the regret in every wrinkle on his face. Wait, what do you mean he kind of looks like a baddie daddy? I mean, you're completely right, but for fuck's sake, have you been listening at all? I give up. I give up on the 14 community. You're all filthy degenerates, living and dying by the coup. How can you put up with yourself? Forget Yoshi. I'm disappointed in you. I mean, if you're gonna call him a daddy, you can't just not mention Soken like that. Coomers bless this land. To us some cringe bestow. City of perversion.
Fucking Final Fantasy, dude.
Water and loot below. Cat girls are turning red. ERP yellow flows. 4K to pleasure men. Cheapo the shout chat please. And when we meet our match, to tells we gladly go.
Let's see some cat jams, bro.
Our backs are yours to bend. To hell's heavens no go. Under cooler sky, with our mods we put on a show. Voices getting
there we go.
high. Wide upon our backs that's slimy. When day beckons night, down to limbs of taking it slow, cooming hand in hand, as the drama will follow. Stroke the romance flame.
Oh my
Brighter
God.
burn, dance for the paycheck. Made passion.
Dude, what the fuck is this song?
Gold spark rise. 3 inches. May we RPO Gil can buy.
How do you know the row? What do you mean?
Seacom rivers run dry. May we find cat girls after life. For this we pray. We pray. We pray. We pray. Yoshi says no.
This was a pretty good video. I really kind of enjoyed this one. Fairly decent. Probably a very bad auto translation from the Japanese lyrics. First into German, then into French, then back to Japanese, then to English. I think they meant to have it this way. The draw is a permanent fixture on Leviathan. Every server has their set of Limsa AFKers. What, people that just dance the whole time in Limsa Limsa? But don't look it up on Google, though. It's spoiler song. Okay, yeah. Well, I don't want spoilers, because I am planning on getting back into Final Fantasy soon. As soon as my fucking power gets to anywhere stable, that's when we're getting back into Final Fantasy. Mona, the AFK timer is off again. I wonder why they would take off the AFK timer. The machinima of WoW Social Contract. Yeah, I saw that one as well. Do you guys want to watch that? The machinima from where is it again? Oh, here we go. It's from Lord Cranium. For watching DC Pyro videos, you have spoiled yourself on certain parts of Endwalker content. So far, I've not seen any content from her. Except for a boss that I haven't seen yet, but I don't consider bosses to be spoilers. So, spoilers is something very specific. A spoiler can only be a spoiler if context is provided. So, if, for example, I saw a boss, and then they explained where this boss fits into the story, that would be a spoiler. But if you just show me a picture of something, you can't say, oh my god, you just spoiled it for me. I just saw a fucking picture of something. I don't know what the fuck I'm seeing. It's a boss, you know, and it looks cool, and I'm seeing some abilities, and it doesn't really matter. So I don't consider that spoilers. I'm not one of those hardcore people, like, I don't even want to see a color that's being used in Walker. Otherwise, you're a fucking spoiling asshole. No, as long as you don't, like, you can even use names. You can tell me, oh my god, just wait until you see this girl. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Because as long as you're not actually telling me, like, who the girl is and where I'm going to meet her and what the story is, that is not a fucking spoiler, as far as I'm concerned. You're giving me a name, right? So, for example, before I met Hilda, if people were to go, oh my god, just wait for Hilda, and people did actually go, oh my god, just wait for Hilda, that didn't spoil Hilda for me. It's just when I finally saw Hilda, I was like, God, I can understand why you get yeah, all right. I have to take a quick break, guys. I'll be right back, because Hilda was fucking hot. So it didn't spoil it for me. I still thought Hilda was absolutely fucking fantastic. She was no Manphilia, I'll give you that, but she was still fucking hot. Don't show the color white, that's spoilers? Yes, indeed. I agree. All right, let's quickly watch this. It's the WoW social contract. And of course, if there has ever been a channel that needs the WoW social contract, it's this one. You guys are degenerate as fuck, which I'm fairly certain if Blizzard was to be honest, they would say that you are the reason the WoW social contract is being introduced in the first place. I don't have any evidence of this, but I'm pretty sure. Let's say 80%, 85% sure that you are the reason for the WoW social contract. I don't think the WoW social contract is going to work. I've been trying for over a year to fix you guys. It's obviously not working. It's just getting worse. Soon, I'm going to be forced to stream on Pornhub because the rules on Twitch would no longer contain the stream. But that's a whole different discussion. We'll talk about that. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. That being said, though, let's see how Blizzard is going to fix World of Warcraft with a social contract that includes all the rules that was in the TOS, but now it's in a contract that you have to sign before you can play the game, even though you do sign the TOS before you can play the game. But, this is better because this is a contract, it's not TOS, which is also a contract that has all of the same rules as this contract, but it's a different contract. So you're signing two contracts now to say, I will not be a dick, which is going to fix the issue. People are not going to be dicks now because there's two contracts that say, don't be a dick. It reminds me kind of my country. This morning, the minister in government of my country signed a pledge. The pledge is called the Anti-Corruption Pledge. And literally, I kid you not, right after they signed that pledge, all corruption in my country ceased. Just ended. My country is now the least corrupt country in the world because unlike you fucking countries, my country has a pledge that says no corruption. Your countries don't have that pledge. So you guys have lots of fucking corruption. We have no corruption because we have a pledge that says no corruption. So fuck all of you corruption-driven mad countries. You should be like South Africa, actually. Thank you, Grandorius. Yes, it is. Congratulations. It's an order, actually.
What happened? I thought you were gonna battle res me.
I was gonna ask the same thing. I thought you were gonna res me if I died. Scratch my back. I gave you a deep tissue massage.
What?
I mean, scratch your back. That's totally what I meant. Ugh. You two are a bunch of single brain-celled idiots.
Chad.
None of you did any DPS, used your battle reses on the tank healer myself, and you kept standing in bed, which completely ruined this plus 15 run. Dude, relax. It's not the end of the world. Oh, not the end of the world.
It's not like you need to be here. Besides, if you're frustrated with the game, take a step back, go outside, and take your mind off it.
Basically, what he's trying to say is that, you need to go touch grass right now. Listen here, you fucking squirrel-brained bitches. You have no idea what it's like to be away from the game for a measly 20 minutes.
Oh
That's
my
like
God, yeah, of
asking
course.
me to hop in the shower or cook stovetop mac and cheese when I could be 3-chesting plus 20 mythic dungeons and get a cosmic gladiator. You're a bunch of idiots that even the mere concept of motor skills is beyond your small...
Great, another one of these players. Evo?
I know, Frank. I'm on it.
You're not deserving of any praise from Echo or Method, you disgusting pieces of...
Oof.
Why, hello there, weary adventurers. How can I be of assistance to you?
What's this? A game master? Ugh! I see you two pussies decided to call for help!
Excuse me? Mr. Book Guy, I implore you to reconsider your words, unless you wish to be suspended. Did you even read the fine print in the social contract?
The what?
Don't you remember? You had to sign a contract and pledge not to spew any hateful, discriminatory, or ableist rhetoric.
Whoa, nice vocabulary.
Thanks, Evo. Don't you remember, dude?
Ugh, this maintenance took forever. I hope I got Zoval's mace this time on Mythic...
Hold your horses there. Before you enter, you gotta read and sign this social contract.
Social contract? Ugh, do I have to?
Don't you want to play the award-winning MMORPG World of Warcraft?
Ugh, of course I do. This
Dude,
game
when's
is
the
my
last
life.
time? Like, when is the last time World of Warcraft was award-winning? Like, what's the last award that World of Warcraft actually won? It must have been like a few years ago. I don't think you could say that anymore.
This contract is sealed.
Easy.
I was not the Grim Reaper. You're exaggerating.
Okay, I might have remembered it differently.
That was an hour ago.
Who cares, Game Master? I demand that you ban these two for falsely reporting my behavior.
What? Miss, you can't be serious. The guy right here made hateful comments towards us. Frank?
You're a bunch of idiots that even the mere concept of motor skills is beyond your small minds. Well, you see, crud.
Easy.
And that is how we take out the trash.
Thank you so much for taking care of this nuisance.
Yeah, it goes to show that even though the social climate has changed quite a bit, we have to adapt to it and be a lot more accepting in this open world.
You said it, buddy. It doesn't take a lot to be a good person, but it takes stones to be a huge jerk to people. So, basically, don't be an asshole. Oh, Ben! Guess what? You're green! Bet you don't even have a fully functional bathroom in that mud hut, you idiot! Are you gonna Hulk out or something? Come on! Show
This contract is sealed.
I mean, okay. I didn't appreciate the social commentary at the end of it. Also, I feel like jokes are far more funny when they, go against the grain rather than go with it. Classic is still award-winning. I don't believe the last two X-Packs are, though. Do GMs still do that? Do what, MMO? With a free trial up to level 20, including the award-winning expansion Shadowlands. No, does it fuck? I do not believe that it gives you the award-winning expansion Shadowlands. The social contract seems like a cover for lack of enforcement anyway. The social contract is a bunch of bullshit. It is a bunch of bullshit. The thing that I had a problem with this machinima is the fact that it's completely ridiculous. It seems to suggest that this is somehow going to fucking fix the issues that World of Warcraft have. Just having a contract that states that people can't be assholes to each other mean nothing. What you need, if you want people to not be assholes to one another, is enforcement of the rules that is already fucking there. Like, the rules are already there. You're already not allowed to harass people. I'm pretty sure in the TOS, it is not okay to be a racist in the game. And yet people are racist in the game all the time. There's no one that ever fucking gets banned as a result of it. If you're not going to enforce your rules are not going to mean anything. The issue is in World of Warcraft, no one enforces the rules, and now we just have another contract that people have to sign, and that magically is going to fix the issue. It isn't. It's going to do shit. World of Warcraft is still going to be as much of a toxic fucking cesspool as it was before the contract. Nothing is going to change. The only thing that will change World of Warcraft eventually is when all the toxic people decide to quit because they no longer give a fuck about the game. In which case, sure, then it will be great because the toxic people have quit the game. Now no one is playing the fucking game. I don't know. This is useless. The song from the game Hymn of the Firstborn Son was nominated for Best Game Music Cover Remix at the 16th Annual Game Audio Network Guild Awards. This seems to be WoW's latest award. I can see that. And I do concur, actually. I think World of Warcraft have amazing music. Its soundtracks are incredible. I would say, though, that I think I prefer Final Fantasy's music in terms of in-game implementation. Like, the music for WoW is amazing. It's just, in Final Fantasy, it seems like the music is implemented a lot better. That's true. That is fucking true. Yeah, well, I know of people, like, genuinely speaking, I know of people that have had racist things to say to them. And when I say racist things, I don't just mean, like, somewhat off the cuff, someone is being overly sensitive about something. I'm talking straight up fucking racism. Like, people having the N-word yelled at them, right, in chat, and nothing happening. Just absolutely nothing fucking happening. Oh, The Daughter of the Sea is such a good fucking song. Part of the fight. It's one of the reasons why I said I think music in Final Fantasy is implemented better. Because it is part of the fights. Every single fight has a different song. And it sounds... almost always sounds incredible. Wow, this is actually a good fucking... good outfit. My video is so weird. True, Alpin. I never had the sound on in WoW for years. Thought it was bland. Have some FF14 song in my playlist. Final Fantasy music is like Star Wars music. WoW music is like Lord of the Rings music, different uses. I think World of Warcraft could use music much better. Did you see Echo WoW Shannon Season 4 starts 2nd of August? Okay. What am I going to do with that, though? Because I'm not going to fucking play. Oh, shit. Wait, is it already free? No way. It's already fucking free. Are you serious? No way, man. Let's just really see this. Oh my god, it is actually all free already. Please, let's do. Don't mind if I fucking do. Come back and join me in Mythic Plus? Nope. No, I'm not gonna. I don't know what game this is. It's called Geneforge 1 Mutagen. I'll grab it, because it's free. Why not? You know? It's free, you may as well fucking get it. That white screen, though. I don't know why you would do that, but anyways. So we've got that, and then we've got HUD. Final Fantasy music is established very well over the last 30 years. I mean, the victory music is a signature on all kinds of stuff. Never heard Warcraft music and other pop culture integrated. I mean, World of Warcraft is a pop culture in and of itself, you know. Miracos, take care of yourself, bro. Thank you so much for hanging out, man. See you tomorrow. Is the video free, but you don't want them? Dude, but this isn't the same as STDs, though, is it? I don't know what this game is. Errata's Lord of the Dead. The turn-based, tactical roguelike RPG set in a dark fantasy universe. Lead an army of undead to help an angry... Oh, I've seen this fucking game before. I've actually seen this game. Yeah, I'll get it. I like games like this. Jetlag, there's no point in me even trying to fucking watch that, because I have to switch off soon. I'll let you guys go watch the AOC stream. You know, because you guys actually can. I have to switch off soon because the power is going out and all that crap. So I'll leave you guys to be able to go watch Ash of Creation stream. I really appreciate all of you. I will be back tomorrow. Not the same time, same places as today, by the way. Tomorrow we're going to be live at... we're going to be live at 2 o'clock my time. Like, just after 2, actually. So tomorrow, my power is going to... Let me just make sure. I'm going to lie to you. Tomorrow, my power is going to be off. Now, this all depends on the stage. Because right now, we're on stage 6. I don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. But if we stay on stage 4 tomorrow... My power will be off from 12 until 2 o'clock, and then it's going to go off again in the evening. So we can't do the stream now, like normal time, because if we do, we won't be able to stream. We'll basically have like maybe an hour, 2 hours to stream. So yeah, I'll be starting sooner tomorrow, and then I'll see all of you. Obviously, hopefully, I'll see all of you again on Saturday then, after tomorrow's stream. But anyways, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for hanging out, for spending your evening, your morning, your afternoon with me. It's been an absolute pleasure, as always. Be kind to each other, be good to each other, and I will see all of you in the next one. Peace out, fam.